That's Celestine Donko with a song titled Thank You. We are grateful for your mercy, for your blessings, for all the good things you do for us. We say thank you. And it's a beautiful Monday morning, 21st of February 2022. Ema yehu yehu akwaba ebejmedi ni so. Onyumtofo no wo to nyum no wo ka ba bi wo say the testimonies I have of the things you've done in my life. Ni awaye aw mabrabo musman kan kire wiase afanafo nyina. Nanie obonie for ben me. Na yemubuwa ma paint picture na fancho. Na baby a ye wo eto ye no. Na nkoda wo mo ewo honom nkoda bone sem na mo ye aswoden sem na mo ye suku ne ko ayemoden mo be kwa ayasem agisi a chesi mo na enne ohwe bia wugina as bank manager ohwe bia wugina as police commander ohwe bia wugina as teacher as lawyer as doctor as pharmacist nasa bibinti ukopie ewo area na wotimu wa bra na usana na wo share wo classmates a woni omo sha babase they are still in that same area, still living that lifestyle, and God just picked you out of that place and placed you where you are. If that's not a testimony worth sharing of the goodness of the Lord towards you, then a debut. Kawachi da onyankopon ase konkutu dwanim na kacha ne asida eyodia asida eyodia. Midi edi simulation anope mo akwa ba ever happy morning show so sam ya kopem na idea wo man ga na ho adwene ene adwendwene se ne o man na ebetumpon o man be kese ebe fa ntoma pa efra na ensam a Ghana fo ehwe anim kan se yebedi ho nkomo ne ya hane akekere eye nkomo no ne edi ama aban akasa aban ye nyina edi ensabo mu no ba bia ye hwe se o man nkoyi ni no eho ene edi ani ekere and this one minama na ACP at the road safety tidbit ever brain send ebedi ehuni ewo kwan so e right at the obokrata no etifisem ni nyina abre adofo nyina ewo dwumede so ye the sports update is so ever man for the social media trends so ever kan ho e the abre man for ne ahia ase na ye di enkomo dwumede ekoso ewo Facebook Twitter and Instagram then nyina ye to ensa e the force be share ewo Facebook ni eni enkomo na o ka hello na me so respond hello na wo de ewo comment na wo de breme na o share e Facebook link no our groups and the platforms are also you handle no a happy 989 FM and I say ETV Ghana and to bet me any in South Swat and I pay all these platforms. Some media uncle na any ACP ending come. Some media any ACP retired Victor Tanodin come on fire road safety tidbits na and by ACP and pension more kwabeja.
Major Sodish.
Macho Mpombo ko there.
Boss Yamed Bacho.
You and I pay there get down.
Yo me do wase. You want for more happy FM. Amunyi na kwaba. Samoko na otwe yi. Ejandi moshie no asad mi na asaba. Amubetom djuma pa mudie nso. Odon fo jam nkoso nkam ho. Onkoso ntre moshie. Onkoso tinanim so ntre mo. Etie fo motie djumedi anape mamunyi na achen. Mamunyi na achen me nyina ho so akwaba. Ede bese djumedi kesi so e happy FM 98.9. My pay boss, Yam for Sami a sham and a tea a drum. Oh, my bunch of be and Isaac Ade, Justice Nati, Sefa Dankwa, Raymond Nyamado, Eura Fatishaibu Ali, Pastor Thomas, and a director, Kwame Damte. So, they are messages on ye, and they. Ewo jifo ni busumuni da etosu eduonu baako obrohu nya meja eni edin yeduto oni edin yeduto enti se yeda na sini yi na ya na ese efata papa na yesi na otu from me mi mu se ho se hi eni ekro bese ye konso a ye beko ne sen eni ye banso a ye ba ne sen na mentia drivers mentors we say no ore ka wi awo ahia nogbe transport otem me moache no drivers ni nada uro dro ko atin o Providential Bank drivers ho nyinara me mamu nyina ache ya me enkam ho Robin Kana or Central University. Moachi no pay. I mean Shroud. Ora Lucas Fire Service, Amasaman. Ora Quay Fire Service. Or Agent Kotuku. Amunyachi. I mean come home. Penny Ajauto. Or a showman. Na Penny Asare. Frafra adente down. Also be moachi and pay. Maza kwesi na Jasco most home yami emam memamu yinachi yami shiramu yada. So for ye de yami asi. So they are kona otwe no sande be hie mu biu. Yami na ete na se so am yanti atinka boni bi asebi ebu abasemu. Ebu abasemu. Na yesre bebre yesre shenkafo. Na otwe ye frase. Asa na otwe be kwawie no. Na enoma bi ekokọ okoso na enoma bi kokọ okoso meti mrantie ni bi nka me am mrantie bi na dabi na ye ni se enye ye na ye se tum na ai ni nyina no obi mosumadwen no na ye to petrol mu yan kan kire nti yesu ye t-shirt ye dem a yan kan kire obi a dabi two wrongs never make one right enti se ne ye kan no sanity a and then na kepesi yesu ye tum ko 30% a your consumer agency ho me kai na abrante Kofi Lapito na edano Kofi Capito ono no dano enti ene se bibini a ke nyina ye betime ne passengers no so almost hu hia san se ye nya passenger fo a enti ese ke no almost din sa so hwe se ne edro ne pese atum se almost enchiro madwen kakra obi to petrol mu a wan ka hwe enchiro mu no ono mbo kasa na mo t-shirt ade mu ko 30% ho na mbo na mane nti etro bia na yesu se ne ye ne ye enso behwe no ne yesu emra no so edi yenso ebi eti mesre na sankofa yenchi omne consumer foi enhwi mbom na mo hwe se 30% na mo de kro no ebe ensu so ben ene de baba ensu so ben ene de baba edin papa me say running transport in here assembly to edin enye petrol to enye diesel to enye oil engine oil enye brake fluid enye tires in dabi eno ma bebre wom eno oduro oboso kan money ade nyina ena begun se eno ma bebre ewo ayi no kure fita for ju omo de auto electricians ju omo de fita for so ju omo de organizer for nyina na ho bi enoma wom nanso enye no ene ehwe edi twabuo so we ne sade ene nke ne ene nke no tu wala nsa so onso nkasen otu wala nsa pa nke onso nkasen eti etuma bie no hono medefo na emom nkakrakra ye nyina eso ye hon kakrakra eso emu nkakrakra ne ekoyenim gise ene sabi 30% in the Ukraine anodi nti driver for bi o ma wi ata so mo le ko 30% no omo ensign enwin ho bio esremada so for mo emra yakwan so ya fin fitiase nyina ne ya kadrabe license ho asem ne ka license ho asem se license ho asem bi si ya trim ehu no ma bebre bata license ho chese ni nyina no itofa ne se obo modern ese okoye so hwe na utwa ese the license ma ho edi ebe frase no provision afi ba ko echi no so how be ama afi ya na wanya license na nkasa na fi wudi dijuma pa kama esa bra wo bre enti no na ese license no wudi ni wudi license ni pa eti bibiam no na wo hwe se obeye ne ye esa se wo ye ne enye no anhwe ne so mu a license ne beto nchok utan ye kurampo ebituma ji license na fi wonsam ese safi okoye anasa obai eno asiri bia odi koba ase wonyo anu aduane adi ti license ni wa nesa akuchire na ebem eti ebesre papa ya yensan enhye no so papa se license ni kura won esombo ene sombo dia ene se odi twimto se odi twi kaketu odi twi kakesiu obedi license ni na so abob modin se odi mra kwa so benanti uye nsam yese na obo ohoban obo license no so ekoban ni nyina no ehia bi se be momienso ebusa for yewie no a momie mra kata ba ko ehia yen papa wa be nam loro kwa so and I say insurance National Insurance Commission for almost yard for almost paying for the TV back TV so now almost church insurance him almost church insurance him it will be a bit who SIC for paying for him almost church insurance him edimu papa edimu na me say mo makade back mo me san fa twema bi license no makade back say o license no say you to talk am I say give you nsem a utimi nkofo obi license entwishan yin Debbie, ukofo bi license tuition ni so mo a hey ene na wa na what try we take it out the co prison no one we try take it out the co prison free ono bi ani ntokwa eti misremo ya jo license aje se mbra e wo ho no wo sand ye adwuma bio na say e be sand amawa e de amount tuntumi fa obi license en kitchen eto obi say oh na me line me glasses there am say car baakum enti me hu na ofiare na wo hwede yes na wo yamo prosini so kwan so timbusa wo license enti wo nyina no me yenhye no so ya jo license a aho kire papa na edbebro to me yenhye no so afọ me encourage insurance at the car so car da so no insurance foi omo no wa yenhye se kai enipa enum na esofa enipa miensa na esofa enipa duo no ana aduasa ana se duanan ana se duonum na esofa ofa pepepe so ofa na samro so na BBC a eso obobo amane BBC a eso obobo amane nyese okotra okoda be bosom ba kwachi dabi esi ya obobo amane obo insurance for na amane a obuso betu ana mo no maboa no ma hwasem no ebi kura na wuni for ombeboa papa wuni for obehu sampa wuni for wudi for so a obehu sampa wudi for sanse omoso ho wo mbi so famra kwa so ne BBC a omoso beboka enti o ma wo mani di wachi pa ya hwehwemu ye so wuni for a obeka je so de wuni for esa omoso beto wudi for so a omoso beku ko mbefa so empata ebeba mu no empata emodu enti bibia mu no omoso bekra bo ho pai na emom agisa insurance na di mu bibia mu no edi mu insurance wu na se wudi kutushen na BBC a ene enko sanse okwa ni sapai no aba ni sapai etuwe nyina no oma yenhye no papa ne fentua na mo enye no nko eno me bebre bata ho emse na otwe mu nyina no ye behwe insurance ene ho nsem ho mbra na ye de etua na mo yi sanse wa fa entua na mo yi ene driver license nyina no bedu baby na we ke bi ma we so kan bi ma we only license na ko na BBC a insurance for mem and kohokra you better don't go there no it's an somo in emwa license wu na ko na BBC a there be omo no afibomo enye yi e was for a normal bebre and also ni nyina say etimi etie na sopem etimi sua ni ye ni di tua na mo a bibiem ne na mo a e control ben o how biara enim ade ache bia buso for the tip we na otutu from you me the message say to my pebia si bia ni so na otwe mu no aja no man ye atom eni nhira enfeman
Is it an pay bedo say for your road safety tip beta or the abre and pay a happy morning show say beto aso ne de bokata na tifisem no abre do for 9 minutes to the top of the hour 6. Happy morning show live on ETV, live on Happy 98.9 FM, Nisim 95.9. Yemo kwaba eba jumedi so Fati Shaibwali Elmenchen, Remo Nyamado Enso Elmenchen and pay yedi jumedi ne SHS4. Ray, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Bibiada Dean.
Nyamiado.
Yeda Radiasi. Fati, good morning.
Good morning.
Bibiada Dean.
Nyamiado.
Yeda Radiasi. Yen twaso anopay na yeshasia na yedi eye Daily Graphic and yedi eshasia o share front page of the Daily Graphic stories e ono ebi ene womo capture the finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta at the not front page of the paper. O say e-levy not regressive. Ofori-Atta assures public and no ewo honum MMDA's must own property address system and no enso ewo honum NIA opens registration centers at Accra, Tamale, Kumasi, Stadia, premium services at Elwak. Enti eno ewo ho block funding to insurgents. Vice President charges West African states and a unitization dispute. Any Vitor yet to carry out court order. We stories are Kratano Ede Aben. Other stories and so ebi any Nigeria's looted Benin bronzes returned and no elho. Ethiopia starts generating power from River Nile Dam. Other stories Kratano Emu Anope in Britain's Queen Elizabeth catches COVID-19. Canada's capital starts cleanup after protest. And also so honum celebrating Otufo while alive worthwhile. Sam Jonah and Eka Sa Asemno. Other stories and so it be any females hardest hit by unemployment situation. I know honum the statistics be at a honum. Other stories is also Kratano Emu any responsible journalism amount for a share one more views and also so honuma. Obetimi enyebi na onso akenkan na don't deny aspirants forms. NPP urges election committees. Opoku elected Ashanti Nalak representative Hodom, and I will not ambush minority with e-levy bill. Majority ena ekasa. Improving local governance, social accountability is key. ISODEC for ena ekasa. Commendation for Pokwasi interchange a Yeford Bridge and also Honum. Other stories and so ebi any anope embrace forms of digital education. Professor Alabi and Ekasa okay, my kind reader. The Medical Dental Council inducts 454 practitioners. And a final story and so ebi any Dr. Elikem Tamaklu on lifelong learning, message to matriculating medical students into any stories and pay telegraphic library.
The new crusading guide towards NPP presidential race. Alan buys forms for all aspiring polling station executives. CEO of St. Andrew's Group of Schools and Companies honored with professorship. Ada Youth condemn selfish detractors, says they support their chiefs and Electrochem. Education Minister rubbishes Nagrat claims NLA begins paying all outstanding lotto wins. And Basape Kojo Ama is not the legitimate chief of Sefibekwai. Queen makers declare. Oko paper nimwa stories bia ubenya ebinye. Is that what you are fighting? Oferiata asks critics. Rights should have limits in order to preserve collective peace. Legal practitioner B. Ena Eka. Mali soldiers killed days after France announces exit. Many MPP officers are not talking about e-levy. Boabing Asamoah Ena Eka. So adequate funding available for 21st century model JHS project. Reverend Intim Fojo Ena Eka. Ewo Pram Osuwem families expose Bosman brothers over illegal sale of family land. Wejagbawe assembly gives to PWDs. Saso and final story here. Mede Ebremo special feature be a paper and gender gaps in STEM education. Government leading the way with solutions. The new crusading guide.
Ghanaian Times, Sanope say, Ghana card registration congestion. NLA opens more centers to reduce inconvenience. A big story on front page of the Ghanaian Times. We are not returning to the classrooms today. Robust regulatory environment needed to combat money laundering. Vice President and on this assembly Abba. Midwife dies, 2 others injured in accident at Tumu. 2 die in Bole road crash. And also a story a paper thereby no pay inequality cause of farmers' impoverishment. Dr. Akoto and all this assembly Atuja also our Ghanaian Times and other stories I say Mahama eulogizes Jifa Ativo. NPP polling station elections commence. And Mahama to attend Awolowo posthumous birthday lecture. French troops withdrawal from Mali requires new arrangements. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and this assembly Abba. Ghana marks World Radio Day. Ghana develops systems to check illegality in gold trading. And final story, say fighting cybercrime to secure Ghana's digital space. Communications Minister tells CSA board. Offer paper na over to me.
Daily Statesman and Imanope stories are on firms in steady recovery. Government stimulus packages making positive impact. And Alan buys forms for NPP aspiring polling station executives. Ghana's journalism in crisis. Professor Gajepo laments. And Ada youth support chiefs in Electrochem deal. And to we stories are and pay Daily Statesman Diaba.
The custodian Tema Passport Office molest female applicant over nationality. Sabon Ken on 2.4 billion CD DAFC budget. Minority urges speaker. Businesses in Ghana picking up from COVID-19 shocks. Minerals Commission debunks report on transport of explosives. Arrest of journalist. Babin cautions police politicians. So and other stories are offer paper na ubenyebi akai. The bigger picture of unconstitutional changes. PPC gets new press center. Critics of digitization agenda will praise government in future. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Eka. Bad debt in banks hit 2.086 billion cedis in 2021.
The Informer Anope say crude Machiavellian tactics at UEW as Education Minister foments trouble, flouts court order in respect of reinstatement of finance officer. Transportation of explosives. Minerals Commission corrects distortion. Approval of e-levy. Finance Minister expresses optimism but hints of other options. NLA vows to flush out illegal lotto operators. Confusion rocks NPP elections as aspirants battle for nomination forms. Final story was Jifa Ativo laid to rest. We air stories and pay Informer Ediaba.
Find out newspaper front page stories. COVID-19, 15,174 closed businesses reopened thanks to positive impact of government's stimulus packages. Deputy ADB MD commends Dr. Bawumia for digitalization drive. No explosives on board vehicles captured in video. Minerals Commission Enna Ekasa. UTAC defies court order by refusing to call off strike. And adequate funding available for 21st century model JHS projects. Reverend Intim Fojo and Tui and the stories are the final newspaper at the Abre.
Republic Press. Eastern Region vehicle carrying 88 parcels of narcotics branded MTN impounded. 2 arrested. Please arrest 3 narcotics notorious armed robbers in Western North Region. Your consistent absence from house is worrying. Minority to majority leader. NPP Kede polls turn bloody. All PK and Co desert Anodompre over Mills inquest. Bank gets 2 million cedis from NLA to pay lotto wins. And no ewo honum. So and a restore toll if you want to subsidize fuel hikes. So and our NDC goes to Congress this year. 55% of lenders have defaulted. Maslock CEO and our Eka. So and our GNPC begins stakeholder engagement ahead of decommissioning of Salt Pond oil field. GRA's plan of taxing e-commerce online businesses and also a feature of Panama over to me Akaimbi.
Ghanaian publisher Anopese, transportation of explosives without police escorts. Tracks were empty, Minerals Commission clarifies. Mahama Bagbin NDC Mon Jifa Ativo. Asenso Boache meets 8-year-old 2020 campaigner. Minority slams Ofuriata over District Assembly Common Fund delays. Alan rescues polling station executives with free forms and cash. And a GCAA assures of air safety despite Meteo strike. We air stories and pay Ghanaian publisher Adiaba.
The Business and Financial Times, government to roll out 6 major expenditure cut measures. How to build resilience in family business. The monster at the workplace. And no air feature of paper anymore. Digitalization, climate change remain critical for development. Manufacturing trade sectors inspire hope in economy's recovery. So and the nature of being year appointed as Gezem Deputy CEO. And no ewo honum. So and say uko paper anymore. Other stories say wahanuma ubetimi enya akan how to ya kind of that successes chalked up in fight against money laundering and no ewo honum feature what has said the tax leader imperative how do you adapt to the changing tax risk landscape and also ewo honum over 320 million Momo users across Africa to benefit from PAP's network. AU gets $11.48 ADF grant to strengthen Africa's Agenda 2063. Registration opens for 2022 Certificates of Trade Finance in Africa program. We air stories are over Business and Financial Times are
The Inquisitor Anopese Male's death probe majority in ditch. You know, a big story about front page of the Inquisitor. Minerals Commission on Transportation of Explosives without police escort. Dr. Prempeh pays homage to Asante Hema. Apology to P5 Plus and Alan Cash buys forms for polling stations elections. Na Otoaso Ewo Chronicle Moa. Anope Chronicle say NPP polling station elections. Alan Cash doles out $294,000 cash to cover cost of forms for contestants in all 38,622 polling stations. Banda MP demands disbursement of 2021 District Assembly Common Fund. False publication. Police are not acting ultra-virus. NMC boss and Odessa Assembly Abba. Minerals Commission allays fears over non-escorted explosives track. Government's COVID-19 stimulus impacts positively on businesses. When in our air stories and Ope Chronicle, Ediaba.
Yetoswa, yenko your website www.happyghana.com for stories nibi embe oman for Amaliba cautions media houses to discourage spiteful political comments. MP's petition for investigation into death of males is a sign of patriotism. Andy Kankam Ena Ekasa. We are not part of it. 2 NPP MPs deny supporting motion to probe Mills' death. Communicating for the NPP is like being given rotten tomatoes to sell. NDC4 Ena Ekasa. COVID-19 National Trust Fund official website shuts down for weeks. And no Ghana's unemployment rate better than Europe. Employment Minister Ena Ekasa. Carry your passport when traveling for the time being. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and Ekasa Semno. Comparing Mohammed's achievement to Akufo-Addo's is like comparing an iPhone to a China phone. NDC communicator be and Ekasa. And we any stories are away your website and a pay.
So I'm doing a China phone.
Most of them are manufactured from China. Most of them, even the top brands in India, are manufactured in China.
CityNewsroom.com and OPC. Second ringleader in Nima shooting arrested at Aflau. Police deployed to Menchia North NPP office after fight over nomination forms. Resolve UTAC's consents to restore academic activities. We Asema UMAT VC Ediatuja. Alan purchases nomination forms for aspirants in MPP polling station elections nationwide. Victims count losses after fire got several rooms and stores in Tamale. Otoaso was CityNewsroom.com and Opea other stories Ubetumiaka Ebise. Court orders police to provide protection for Osukinka. Police arrest 3 notorious armed robbers in Western North region. Education Ministry not recruiting head teachers for STEM schools. In Team Fojo, and or this assembly about forget e-levy, reduce grants to government units to sustain economy. Accounting specialist and or this assembly about NI opens new Ghana card registration points. Okada rider feared death after accident at La Paz. Passenger rushed to hospital. Ghana's efforts at tackling cybercrime remarkable. Ursula Owusu. And a final story say, we will decide on new transport fares after final meeting on Monday. GPRTU and Omodisa Assembly Upper. Na obehu story about so I'll say couples from Happy FM mass wedding join HD Plus family. And then you now obehu for ni fair and then you know your story sir. Ofa ukocitynewsroom.com and opia betumi akai.
Google News. Ghana's debt makes development impossible. Here are some solutions. Ubetumi Akambi. Campaign in Mamobi Nima violence arrested. We according to Ghana Police Service. So and stories ewa say ex-Ghanaian captain Stephen Appiah shows massive love to Muntari as Heart of Folk share spoils with Asante Kotoko. Eno ewo honum so and other stories ewa hanum say media practice in Ghana is in crisis. Professor Gajepo Ena Eka. Here are the venues for the new registration for Ghana card in 2 person who are Google News ubetumi ehu places no.
Yet also na yedi weather yedi CNN and yedi it also some bit of international news. Na one website no say Biden has agreed in principle to summit with Putin and no honum. The proposed meeting would happen so long as Russia does not further invade Ukraine, according to a White House statement. Satellite imagery shows intensified activity among Russian forces near border. Other stories in Beijing 2022 divided the world, but for China, it was a success. Norway tops medal table after record-breaking performance. And no at 16, Larry Miller killed another teen. At 72, the Nike executive is ready to apologize. And no Britain's Queen Elizabeth tests positive for COVID-19. Bernie Madoff's sister and her husband dead in apparent murder-suicide. And Canada freezes financial assets for those involved in ongoing Ottawa protests. And And Indian court sentences 38 people to death over 2008 Ahmedabad bomb attack. Enti eno honoma omanfo ebetimi akenkan bia no pay.
BBC.com and pay stories say Biden agrees in principle to summit with Putin. Australia reopens border to foreign visitors. Survivor found 2 days after Greek ferry fire. Credit Suisse denies wrongdoing after big data leak. 7 children reported dead in Niger airstrike. Controversial Ethiopia dam starts generating power. Olympics close with plea for peace. And ultra runner breaks own 100-mile world record. Otuaso Elha, I'll say over 120 still missing in flood-hit Brazilian city. Man cut another man's leg off in pact. Please say, then you know, Sema, BBC.com and Obetumi Akai.
Reuters News. U.S. begins counter-terrorism training in Africa amid upheaval. Nigerian forces kill children in airstrike over border with Niger. Ethiopia turns on the turbines at giant Nile hydropower plant. Nigeria's looted Benin bronzes returned more than a century later. Sasso and Mali army says 8 soldiers killed in clash with armed militant. Madagascar braces for next cyclone as at least 14 killed by storm. We air stories are Reuters News ubetumi enyebi akai.
Yemfa weather updating free the Ghana Meteorological Agency for Embre Adofo Anapei. Womo ese Aflao, Accra, Kaswa, Cape Coast, Takrade, Axim, Ho, Koforidua, Akimodan, Kumasi, Obuasi, Takwa, Sefi Bekwai, Sa areas where you know by experience a very misty morning with lowest temperature around 24 degrees Celsius. Area it will be partly cloudy for some areas, and some areas may experience some thunderstorms and rains. For one more bear experience a thunderstorms and rains no a ho Koforidua, Akimoda, Kumasi, Obuasi, Takwa. One more benya a 40% likelihood to ensure ebeto area. Now temperature will be around 32 degrees Celsius. Oshe and Numera, one more essay Accra, Kaswa, Cape Coast, Takwa de any Exim might experience some thunderstorms and rains this evening. But temperature will be around 28 degrees Celsius. The rest of the areas will experience few clouds gathering in the evening. Ocean Northern Belt now, Yendi, Tamale, Bole, Damango, Bogatanga, Nalerugu, and Wa. They would have slightly hazy morning with lowest temperature around 25 degrees Celsius. Area, it would be same, and then area no, Bishutiako 39 degrees Celsius. It will remain slightly hazy as well in the evening, with temperature dropping to 27 degrees Celsius. Into way and weather update a bit me at the Ama Omanfo. Almost started last week, but minimum someone that so I will hold the Omoko strike. Oh, say Omo Twitter, and so Omo the updates and the Isaac and so. And the Omo strike nice. Oh, if you're my Jenny Pabakwa,
yeah, back COVID-19.
Apparently, I'm calling you for almost striking. It was a 1 day,
okay.
1 day strike.
Yes, yeah, you meet you on demands.
Okay.
Yeah, for COVID-19 updates and to us so from Ghana Health Service. Active cases 358. Confirmed total cases 158,220. New cases 61. And a death 1,433. Recoveries and discharge 156,429. Say echo share worldwide total figures are recorded 424 million plus 1.54 million. Deaths 5.89 million plus 8,348. If you want to na the trend no ebetwa so na John Dumelo actor osanso ejina sanka yento ne swaba no ombeye MP no eko tweeti asem na asem no ne asem hia ema Ghana fo bebre na tweet no tweeti na asem o kan ye enie o say your salary is 800 Ghana cedis, they pay you monthly, yet your landlord is taking 2 years rent advance for some small chamber and hall. This whole system is designed to put you in debt even before you start life. And you know, or this tweet you to one a man for say, yasami na waka mai, and then na comment ye bufa so any. Comment ni bia yensaka ye any. Ekuata say, this is exactly how our dear nation Ghana started, depending always on foreign donors. That is why we are where we are. It happened yesterday, today, and forever. If care is not taken, wise up Ghana, my advice as a citizen. Sandra Boache say, you are so right, John Dumelo, and I have always said same. The whole thing doesn't make sense to me. Paying rent for rent time I haven't used. Meanwhile, my income, which is my salary, is paid monthly. No wonder corruption is everywhere in our workplaces now. Why are policymakers not making or enforcing policies on these harsh treatment? Mina Abase, we are struggling in this country. Hey, 800 Ghana you are saying. What of we taking 300, 400 for no private school teachers? We can't even rent because our salary is 1 month of a room. Sometimes you go out and you see your salary on a shoe as the price. Joseph Gazale say, this is a good call for government to build more affordable houses in all districts, metro and municipals. And no one now means as politicians today only talk about problems without offering solutions to the system. They all want to chop their share of the national cake instead of solving problems of the masses. Steve Blink say it's very sad and very unfortunate that innocent citizens of this great country find themselves in this mess up the administration called democracy. Nana Kwesi say, for once, I'll agree with you on this issue. Ghana is hell. Solving issues devoid of politics is very healthy. If you want to man a trend back also the MCE say Becca a man in a viral video said to be an MCE trendy because of the way he was MCing a program. After the program no ebeteni into rallia afe na asa we dwane ntoma egu na afe na asa no ode share anu ewo honom your video no wa ha e pese ye bo na omo hwe ye ewo Facebook na omo hwe wo TV so no omo enhu kakra utie radio so sorry ko ye Facebook na ko share video ni bi enti de ekosi ewo eyie na se eno no ye de nwom no ehye mu na enwom no ewura ne mu no se da be ntuma we mampengu ba bia ma me ntumi ndi asai eno de asa ne esi mu utumi nse microphone na ekuta kro de dwuma na ode to fom na afa de asa na no de gina mu comment a baaye video yi epie ye enie Vincent Buanu say, oh, they have even forgotten about the deceased. May the soul of the deceased rest in peace. Ernest Barema say, in Ghana, if you mistakenly die, your family and community members will use the funeral to do party. Rita Buedu say, hey, Ghana, funeral turn into rally. Ken Bright say, you just have to laugh and cry at the same time. I just don't know where to place this. Philip Teku say, instead of you to use this energy to preach Christ, you are rather using it to preach human being. Mary Aholu say, no jobs, no money in our pocket, yet people have turned funeral grounds into political platforms. Aden a comment in this one. Na okay. Na your final trend, you know, IGP, Mr. Dr. George Akufo-Addo Ampare na kopie mu ewo jumebi jumedie bia se na okopie mu no all kasa no na oka se opo bibia achew monfa apolice for bone enche omo na the AC ewo past no yen living in the past na afi no sesia no omo gino bo nan so omaye ready say omo be ye adwuma yie ankasa enti no opa omo chew na mekoti na asama okan ewo brofo mo say we are pleading with you, let go of our past and let us be. We understand we lost your trust, we lost your confidence and your respect, but we are going to bring them back. So please don't continue to judge us by our past and by extension even insult us, because this is the police we all have as a nation. We have done several introspections and we know where the problems are. That is why we can convince ourselves that we are the best institution. So bear with us and encourage us, because if you have a child, you don't speak good about the child will not turn out to be good. So irrespective of how painful our past historical issues have been, if you want to be biblical, we say we have been born again. Okay, some information about Tojano and a comment ni be aba. I don't go say past mistakes. Question obisa. Exactly a week ago in Tamale, the police opened fire on innocent people, leading to death and other fatalities. Aduako say, I have faith in this man, so I'm willing to look at the police service with new eyes. I only pray that he accomplishes what he set out to do, and that when he eventually vacates his seat, that the change of attitude we are seeing and experiencing remains. Nana Kwesiado say, Mr. IGP, you are doing a very good job, but your boys are messing everything up behind you at your blind side. Meek Karim say, go and see your people at Aplao border. The money they are collecting over there, now they don't want government to open the border because it will spoil their business. Melody Minta say, past mistakes you say, I just witnessed one of your guys verbally assault an innocent passerby this hot afternoon. Yika say, some of the sins can't be forgiven. The foolish ones are a lot. You need to do special training for them. Nana King say, your men are still taking money from drivers. Come to Kingsway, Accra and see. So Ena Nana will be last. Give us back our monies you have taken on our highways so we can forgive you. And it's a trend, etie Sammy.
All right. I think Mamingina a final trend now the about the IGP na member police for Abaso. And when you were around 8 p.m. and one of my classmates, a friend, he's called Fred. So friend was you, Charlie, what's up? I know say Sundays you sleep early. What happened? I'm saying, Charlie, I say I need to tell you something about the Ghana police. And I'm saying, okay, what is it? I said, Mimi, for all these years, I have not trusted the Ghana police. I have never had confidence in them. But I need you to celebrate the Adenta division of the Ghana police for me. And I'm saying, oh, why? I said, Sammy, I was in a precarious situation and I needed the help of the police. My friend, one more, speed dial number, no. It didn't take 10 minutes and they were there to effect the arrests of the criminals who were virtually taking over his property. Now, after that, I'll say, Fatih, the level of professionalism, the police officers, the patrol team, the CID at the Adenta division, they exhibited when they came there. I'll say, who be there? And so, for him, he feels that the IGP is doing a good job and that it's translating into the work that the others are doing at the base. And so he specifically wanted me to say good morning to the senior officers at the Adenta Police Division. Now, and I me find check here and from Chief Inspector Shamo. Sir, good morning. Aduma pa wo ye no. Abedu ye ni ma no pay ye chia wo. Sa enso so na Chief Inspector Labu also so Adenta Division of the Ghana Police Service ye chia no pay. But special mention must go to a CID officer, your friend David Kanwononu. Dave, I hope sir I got the pronunciation of your name right. David Kanwononu. Dave, Fred says he is grateful for the level of professionalism you exhibited at the time case in Ebedru Hono. At the IGP UTMia, you have good men at the Adenta police station and they are brightening the corner where they are because of the good stuff you're doing. And the Adenta police for you na pay no. Yes, salute to me na. Fati and the Adenta for the say woman who so you share other divisions near the so honor. Ray, over to you.
I know pay as a ensemble na ba say to me share na you can be asem.
But quickly before because my main car man for said SIM card registration no egusu a ekoso na pacho obo star 404 hash e phone no eswa na follow prompt no no was complete a registration na our phone. So we are for Ghana card na fe no per o GPS address na ko o service provider say Vodafone say MTN say Airtel to go na ko complete registration exercise no our sa areas no ehonum obetimi afrom 0800110622 na oni omo edi enkomo na grass to grace show enra say a baso at 6:30 p.m. ayede ebre omanfo ETV minia say abrabomu ayadia. Sometimes you need inspiration, sometimes you need motivation, sometimes you need encouragement, and a grass to grace no at the brain. I can't the story of people who have made it in society, where they came from, the processes they went through. And no one do something so just to tell you, say, it is possible to break through, even if things seem so tight, things seem so rougher. But Modia said, Obajin Crunch. Edi free grass to grace media yede ebre omanfo kwesere bia 6:30 p.m. awo ETV Ghana GMBC Fantasy League no egusu a ekoso amanfo we need big onso betime we need big and the bomodian say obeyisu yen league code no CHNBDG na onso wire part of GMBC Fantasy League 2021-2022 no join in with CHNBDG na yenyina no yenhwe emfa embomo. It's proudly brought to us by YFM ETV Ghana, Happy FM, and sponsored by Betika, Patawa Collections, Sunseeker Stores, Mellow Farms, and Storm Energy Drink. Ray, over to you.
Story about Goha, Ghanaian Times, page 17. See, we are not returning to classrooms today. UTAG. The University Teachers Association of Ghana has categorically mentioned that the lecturers will not be returning to the classroom today, February 21. Speaking on the forum on Asasi Radio, Professor Solomon Nunu, president of UTAG, said there would be no teaching today on any of the campuses in the country. He maintained that the association would meet to evaluate the request from the Parliamentary Select Committee on Education to call off the strike and return to the negotiation table. We are still on strike this coming Monday and will not be returning to the classroom. When we met Parliament last Thursday, the government gave an indication that they want us to sit and talk about the issue, for which reason we asked for a period so that it gives room for us to talk to the employers. So at the moment, this is where we are, and we will be convening a meeting to evaluate and assess whether the request from the Parliamentary Select Committee will receive favorable response from UTAG. Sami it's way any asema ba as a UTAG on strike no gusu ekoso.
The court order, no, was it subject to
parliamentary?
Because Mentia said, does the Parliamentary Select Committee supersede the order of the court? And you know, as it looks to say, edify, no, what happens? Ebia, yenya lawyer be not church because I don't understand it. Besides all these, your friend is saying Parliamentary Select Committee no more when this issue started. May who say no more to Anamambia? Why wait until an order has been given? Afeina also Ababe step in, and even that fine, they can step in at any time. But why is UTAG now seemingly hiding behind Parliamentary Select Committee to defy the court order? It looks to me as if, say, honestly, they feel say in treaty or in all those situations, you know, right now they're like I say, Omatra, be careful. But I don't think that we need to encourage Osma say defying a whole court order. At least Ebianka almost equal classroom as they've been ordered. No almost sanction negotiations and I say not negotiations no moon who swear. Then they Osma say at least do what you've been ordered to do. Na America crime trim na if enkoye mawa you can always go back. And I say order no, so is it an order they can appeal and ABB? What's happening? Because last week, you know, the last time I checked, na almost normal lawyers so I don't know how the Parliamentary Select Committee comes in for them to say that they are continuing with their striking.
Well, Fati, I would resort to a position Raymond held last week. About you tagging sense me by, you know. Raymond said, it's beginning to look like the National Labour Commission. Asemo aba one more enye one more part of the bargain no. Ni eja one more. Na ni po de na asem no aba agreement that actually assign say we have to abide by the agreement, you know. Ono mu yakọ court. Ya catch and say go back to classroom, go back to your office, and then now begin the process of renegotiation when there is an agreed idea of honor. And so just say woman F4 abide there to mean tackle woman. But omit me tackle UTAG. And I think that UTAG has also realized that over the period this is what has been happening. You remember last year they told us even to the point of the forfeiture of their salaries, they are willing to go. They told us even to the point of losing their jobs, they are willing to go. So even last year they had indicated, this is how far they are willing to travel with this matter of their Aketiasem. And so if we have gotten to the point where defiance of the court has come in now, for me it doesn't surprise me. For me it doesn't come as a shock to me that UTAG and they are lawyers. Woman a chill lawyer for adie. Emo muba ebe lawyer for. Until they know the law. They know what to do, what not to do in a situation where a court has given a judgment and is compelling them to go to the classroom. So I am sure they have remedies as to the defiance I describe and the pain. So court need decided so we'll take action. We must say contempt of a yimeboa.
Contempt, yeah.
And you know, I know they know what they are doing. I am confident they know what they are doing. But you see, you may be saying who say at the time I musu ano mo ye omeni abrepa no. Ghana for kasaya, they gave themselves a month. A call back to the classroom. What happened within that 1 month? What happened? Only ministry didn't come out. Labor market savior, no, and the more general hall baby, so more study until they didn't finish studying the document, and so one more call back and in breach. Last time ni PR in Kasano, that was what the point he was making. And so Ubisa who say, are these nipa so almost steady adena say adena twa ye moma one baka say adena amodiama ye twa ye ntino based upon that ni yakase ye call off duty na. I think that the talk, the negotiations, some good faith has to be exhibited on the part of government for them to know say, look, whatever we agree on, we'll abide by. All UTAG is saying is there's a previous agreement. Yes, I agree. Let's revert to that one until we are able to arrive at a certain conclusion with our latest demands. It's as simple as that. That old agreement is there. They should just go back to it. I know.
So I mean, UTAG no, baby, I do know. If indeed Omunko classroom na, just say they are in contempt into as a say Chiomunina.
That's a cool.
Then you saw leadership in
every member. Want to make leaders Ninja. As I don't be uncle. It's a search your money now to so contempt. Maybe I do know.
Well, about this, Fatih, with me about me. This Minerals Commission debunking the reports on transport of explosives on the back of Apiati. I don't know. Almost a tall gas, very tall ones, I'm saying industrial one, over the it's a welding, this and very tall ones, Last week, I saw on 3 different occasions, and a truck full of all those big, long gas adeɛ no menim sɛ na cylinders ɛdɛn o ɛwɔ Malam Kaswa stretch ne so 3 occasions. Several of them are yɛde ɔmo nyinaa gu car n'akyi a ɛkɔ. But na bibisa mo sɛ, is that how to transport saa gas no? And I know any explosive.
Sir, I don't know Modeko no. So only baby or Modeko. So only the womb.
But and maybe some media. I'm not saying, but I was just wondering.
If a dear womb there, I think that will not be the most appropriate way. But if you name na ibia or Modeko scrap and abibia, ibia and those are different.
No, on a more serious, me shame. After the who appear tini nyina no.
Ukoto gas what the shame for?
Gas no. Said the mechanic.
Good. So you see, we went in na cylinder recirculation model no.
True.
And you can because all the two mechanic is not safe.
Yeah.
And that is how consistently auto gas it is. I mean, at the end of the day, we may have to reach a point where we don't have to wait for BBC and then we react. As a matter of urgency, NPA Oshana unruly out. Some of these concerns we are raising, whether it's the industrial gas or whether it's the your friend is saying
domestic
one, and in I share. Yeah, it is. I mean,
but even
Matisses how long at the end of it be more to me oxygen.
Sir.
Yeah, it be more to me oxygen.
Okay.
And I mean, whichever way, I mean.
Yeah.
Idea is a bunch of sure.
Me who am yemshim, to be honest. Me yemshim. Well, young for other stories, Embre Oman found pay a year the Obo Kratanimu, and at this point, e-levy and some 2 issues. One has to do with e-levy, the other has to do with Professor Audrey Gajepo, who is lamenting the practice of journalism. Abafom e-levy. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, a caption on the front page of the Daily Graphic, said the Minister of Finance, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, has said the proposed e-levy is not regressive, but a comprehensive system to get all potential taxpayers to contribute their quota to national development. He said the rate of 1.5% and the exemption of the first 100 Ghana cedis transfer per day meant that the tax was poor and therefore not regressive. He added that the levy whose proposed rate had been reduced from 1.75 to 1.5% was the most effective way to widen the tax net and raise adequate revenue to prosecute the government's agenda and provide jobs for the youth. Mr. Ofori-Atta gave the explanation when he spoke with the media last Saturday on the sidelines of the 24th meeting of the Ministerial Committee of the Intergovernmental Action Against Money Laundering in West Africa, which he chairs. He said the ongoing town hall meeting across the country had afforded him the opportunity to properly explain the dynamics of the tax to the populace, saying that it had been well received. Ghanaians are largely in favor of the e-levy, contrary to the impression being created from Parliament, he told newsmen. Consequently, the minister expressed optimism that the government would be successful at securing parliamentary approval for the levy, which had initially been built to take off on February 1st, 2022. And these are comments on the e-levy. He goes on to say, Mr. Ofori-Atta added that while there might be other alternative tax handles, the e-levy was the most effective given its ability to get everybody to contribute. There are always many alternatives, but we are looking at the future and how you can get everybody to contribute. I think this may be the most effective way, he said. There are some reports that I read and so now on the sidelines of this saying a year meeting here across, where he's reported as saying that if the e-levy fails, the petroleum sector is there. One more Eddie Omani ebetre in terms of taxation to raise revenue to meet a government projected plans. I will perceive why. But I ask, say, are we really saying that Ghanaians are in support of the e-levy? Are we really saying say Ghana for Aji e-levy no Eddie Atumo? Well, I don't know the survey that the finance minister has done. I don't know the research they have conducted to tell us, say, e-levy no ɔmanfo agye atum. But if they tell us say 24% of mobile money a year users, a free system so as a result of the introduction of the e-levy, it's a cause for concern. Because the target of almost about 7 billion no, esobeti. And no end chain. There is the possibility of a man for resorting to physical transactions. And no end chain, Fati. This whole talk about digitization, you know, if the intent they said they want to rope in everybody, and there have already been indications that I catch it and say, if you don't want to pay the tax, don't use Momo. But you see, say same way we were finance minister echo a town hall meeting. Now he's trying to canvass support for the e-levy. Near same way. The back at one saying you should be. You should be. And so me want the country a difficult say you bet me a catch in who as my say look yes starting with 0.5. I don't know why it's difficult for us to decide to start from 0.5. Seeing say
0.5 revenue target in so better.
Yes, but you see Fati, it is not for nothing in Ghana for air casse you resist with you. I am one of them. It is not for nothing that I am resisting this 1.5 or 1.5 it is now. But you look at driver for issue almost 30%. You find the same in full throttle, but my full throttle and say, share fuel yeto, and 8 Ghana. Electricity, nebo akosuro. Share duani yeto, our market. Ukoton kruma, me do example, ne example. Ukoton kruma. Ba cook me no miensa near 2 or say 3 or she share 5 pieces no 3 5 Ghana no the amount. Meanwhile those times or she share 5 now or 2 mark 5 and the amount or we are what also e dey so but ene eno wa she share miensa or say 3 for 5 Ghana kenke a shrinke me ntimi ndi kenke 2 cedis and then me did 3 cedis 1515 me no. It's serious, and so it is not for nothing. Look, we are not resisting for resisting sake. Resisting because A be your party A and I say will be your party B, and I say for partisan politics sake. But the realities are real. And no more boy cost. And so to add this one to it, Yenfas at the end of the month be a sending mammy, Yenfas 1,000 Ghana cedis. And you say be a me hona tomio. And you say be a me will be a scanny, but I deem it fit to say be at the end of every month be no. Me for 500 Ghana cedis, me for 1,000 Ghana cedis, me for sending mammy. Shall wash me. Says come the sending mammy party. Saying I read somewhere Anna finance minister making analysis be said 1 million Ghana cedis. Na say a 0.5 I here and yes 15,000. I read it. It's huge money. It's huge money. And so, for me, I'm thinking that they should find a better way of approaching the financial gap about our intimate meeting. Or 0.5, start, let the people buy into it, small along the way, then you may decide to increase it. But we are not resisting it because we want to resist it. We are resisting it because public servants go and find out from them. Private sector no, omo and obi can 300 Ghana cedis and it's you no better rent it. Make a man rent as man can home. And so I think that for starters no, say, if indeed they feel like doing this, almost starting with 0.5, it won't be bad. But many Mr. Francis Timor ending komo and Timor ending komo na or a tax aspect. Na men Gini views on the 1.5 e-levy finance minister Ekasa enye regressive no. Chief, good morning sir.
Good morning Minia na for me.
You made Minia but you know where.
nyame adom ye osa.
Yo, aya e-levy ehun komo ene yedie. Finance minister see 1.5 there. Eye e was Ghana fo nyina agitumu na de tititi ne de entisa na amanfo bebre na na age atumu. Opani as a tax expert uti akire na utie nsem no a ade enti ene ya bedru sam pempenso e ba bedru ya the passage of ASRD ayedendenden.
Emi say we share other African countries taxation of the informal sector na a big problem. The empowerment the successive government from 1975 Bedru Sabre Ghana na nkasa ye ntumi emfa policy bi ento kwan mu say ye betimi tax the informal sector. Meka informal sector wo mo ye omo juma eno mo bi omo shop. Nti a wo call makola wo say jedifo edibia pa nanso unhu say obi etimi akofale ne returns and akofale ne account na GRA etimi taxing no. And emra finance minister ehwehwe sa no mamu nyina hu say about 90% of governance economy no is driven by the informal sector no. Eya almost say okay, how do we tax such a huge sector yentumi enya any proper documentation? And mostly they rely on some of these indirect taxation to get some money from the people. But I think say Nintia Yaba Bedru Sabre 1 year the reason say yentimi anye consultation. And say Africa now say yeah surprises because of the way our political system has been arranged. Opposition to say all the tax back on be who did this anti yentimi anye consultation and say this policy but until something na yakọ back say mommy yanko engagement near town hall meetings and said that mwasa because if you UK meaning since 2020 and almost can say 2021 and 2022 almost the tax policy development on plastic so over 2 years no much debate in that say nti emedru ono na obia aje atum say ya na so I think our major weakness ni yentimi anye initial consultation and a second so say the basis of the tax no the brave say so person taxing informal sector na esesanka yehwe nipa na ono enye sika no se bia menu aba be adwuma na mfa se wo ye plumber na aba ye adwuma mamia bitia uka wona wenye sika no enti under normal circumstances no esanka wo mum na esanka wo tia enti mitia with mobile money wona esanka ye ba ye gisa sika no efri ho but we no atakwa the other side me and me maje me salary na matia pay na maye bibia wo so na me satia ka na me so na me saye de tax no nti akoye bibia wo nti bebre na say that enti ase na me in my personal view no ne to me explain say money to kankasa no we don't normally levy tax on them the income what I'm trying to say is say if I have a capital in my hand that's a meditia it doesn't represent an income and I say the old day we come and say me fan come own bi na media farm mo so a enye should anye income I think I tax no until ukokoye sape na say adwadifo entimi and transfer sika enkonkoma omo other persons that sika na adwadi ni transfer no may not in taxation or represent a taxable income. In this anomaly, boom, I say this particular e-levy, but for me, I think say there's a fundamental element. I say the informal sector, the kukura influence munche. Meanwhile, almost sooner every time, they demand more from government. See, how do we help the nation to develop? But it's a bigger discussion than say only from the point of view.
Well, Obiwaka said, see a informal sector. Most of the times, you need traders, you need market women, but all these people are under an association, GUTA. Importers and exporters, car dealers association, all of these are under one umbrella. TUC for example, honum. And the Argentina are buying, if indeed the effort needs to capture those in the informal sector. One more rather not have a conversation with the leadership of these groups as to how to properly tax their members.
I think say is one of the ways we can go back and reconsider. Yeah, yeah, did that. In 2003, first, no, not yet the unions, no, other associations in Nigeria, a tournament, abine, nay, a flat rate. But in 2003, no, abine who said no, maybe and cost do what unions need to are not they don't even account for it properly. They are buying a sign, mode of tax collection, and the tax stamp by meaning say, who cut off by when a GR4 more tax stamp will be as a green be. Now, you come on quarterly. So, no, what you say, Choba and you bet you 40 Ghana cedis per quarter. Meaning, it's still woefully inadequate because so share them and Faswa or no Benya any obetia tax at a quarterly basis, 40 cedis. You have taxi driver crap. Taxi drivers no more vehicle income tax sticker. Omucha taxi drivers 12 cedis a quarter. The whole quarter ultimately has the 12 cedis and then a so maybe like the suggestion you are making, young come back can we better use the associations and the groups to be able to help educate them? For me, I think education in here yet me educate you on a church almost say this and this and this is what we are doing. I will say any other countries meaning omutia taxes pa omutia ni education so which I think say o my money na say da nya dey sir nti amanfo enni ni nti a say tax
Obani yadi an come twetwe no eba na bi no who follow a town hall meetings now. You think that the message that the finance minister and his team are sending across people are buying into it?
Mini ampacho I say now line in clear kanti minim so between so bi mama
yo na me bisa say minim say odi wani edi a town hall meetings a finance minister and the team no one more ayo na unya adwene bi say omanfo no ti ase a and into the essence of the town hall meeting is being felt.
Oh yes, town hall meetings in the unya pa engagement na esanka ebia ya nsa na ye dis ade yaba. And I think say abua what you say hemfoni bebre kra no edi age atumo mo afifa mo ati ase and enye no nko o kai 1998 ebiti sa in fact it started from 93 94 mra ye di e ba no ya nya engagement prekompe ene ye de taxi ba ya fe na no ma bibia bo akosoro in 94 na 94 95 ne kumi prekon demonstration e ba ye me ye withdraw VAT. Emma between 96, 97, yakoye engagement staff in 98 year buy na amafo ajiatu. And the engagement is critical, but it be a time no na say yenya ni ye huyanka ye no earlier. I mean ye discussions. I mean can say okay 1.75 you cry famra 1.5. Oh, and e be cry bet me abafom. Then we will all agree. So okay, it is good and I good. But I think say as the engagement keeps on going, maybe things will change and then everybody will now at the end of the day, okay, it is not going to be on the value of the amount transferred, maybe on the fee that is being charged by the telcos. Then we all say okay, not there yet. Then
Was it more? And I medo asisa ojembe na me din komo.
But
even before you go, na me bisa say, is it only 1.5 that the government can target? And I say, with the kind of resistance one more enya no, enka one more enfambra 0.5.
Eventually abasa say 0.5 no say ade no bebre now fi say the rating is high. O get sub regions na. I say ye na e was ropa. And I won't be surprised say about 1.5 about 0.5 amount for Begia to say okay from 1.75 ya kwa ba bedru 0.5. I think it's in order. Now which what your suggestion is in order if it comes down it be my money you know Begia to so 0.5 there now you me and contribute to ba hwe ne sikana aban so ehwehwe na emu edu kakra. Say what is the 0.5? The question is, will you be able to raise the needed revenue now? Okay, so the project I FSA the bit is a road infrastructure, youth deben project here ebia 0.5 no endure bia enunti amambe ka so okay 0.5 de enye ti ene yenja no bia 1.5 na enunti these are some of the considerations that I believe that the relevant stakeholders will have before deciding to reduce the rate.
All right. Medoas Anope, Francis Sojeman and Medin Komo. Tax expert, Francis Timoboy, Eneno Edin Commando Pay, Elge Mediano, Eso Ray. Aka Sima Mienu, na it is possible every month for a comment.
Well, Sammy, I think it's 11, Senator Kano. It's only a matter of time, and I be what government will do with it. For some of us and where we sit, Sammy, it's only a matter of when, rather than if we are going to go ahead with this e-levy, and everything is pointing towards Yebetia. You're ready, say Yebetia.
All right, you better know na the sports updates abre on for, but even before that, quickly, my kind a few text messages are about what Jimmy El Kosono na memfa Emma on for Emmanuel M. Awule. I said from United States of Kisserman, good morning to you all. In fact, John DeMello has said it all in the trend. 2 years rent, no be easy. Abochi Philip, I said, good morning to you and to your listeners. Over the weekend, I was at the late Jifa Ativo's funeral and my eye clicked something at Sokode Road. Though I'm an NDC communicator who condemned the character of Nanado government, I'm happy the contractor came back to Hotel Sokode Road. The flower border must be open soon. Also, in a positive change, Medina. And so say you beg Ghanaians for power, and after getting the power, you're using the power to threaten and to suppress them. Also, Ode Abre and power we say any anti Samede in fast sports update, and Bre Adofo. This is the sports update, Bre Adofo and pay live on ETV, live on Happy 98.9 FM, live on Nissim 95.9 and at 100.1. With me, WhatsApp here, it was 02022222067. Now you know Edin so was one pay. Ray, and pay sports then so.
Sammy, you say Krumen now boss is here no.
Sokode. Yeah.
Sokode.
And I then you want to say.
Minti say Krumen.
What say?
Minti say Krumen. Oh.
Well, that's what the person says. Sokorde.
Sokode.
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 Okay, Sokode will be in the Ashanti region. Yeah, Sokode will be in the Ashanti region. Sokode.
They say Okovota region there. Sokode. Happy 98.9 FM and our Sugusu Auti, a media with the Happy Morning Show sports updates and a bremo. Mama Kamu say 1xBet at time we cheating there with the updates in a bremo. 1xBet say over the weekend no conform to me deal more Ghana no na bears 7,520 Ghanaians and almost winning here 1xBet now must say also wet me a winner now Okomo website 1xbet.com.gh 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 register na be a new account or register now be a new account my opportunity to enter a promo code as I enter a BETGH or enter sa promo code now about 200% bonus on your first deposit into deposit 100 cedis a baby 300 Ghana cedis or deposit 50 cedis and Sabeka 150 Ghana cedis I know and a Jessica Pudua over to me a bet 1xbet say undi 18 memfa we ni enter on website so kucha betting addictive into bet responsibly. Ebesha Jumede na say Ebesha say from the Ghana Premier League final round of matches Nanka said to me a coso my first round of the Ghana Premier League no to me a coso over the weekend one match and a coso our Accra Sports Stadium Kumasi Asante Kotoko to Kofi Kumasi ebe journey Accra to Folk our Accra Sports Stadium now ahead of the game no National Sports Authority confirm say spectators am betimi akoshe sa match no na number no omone Ghana Health Service and COVID-19 task force no agree say 30,000 Ghanaians tickets and I'll bet me akopie mu ɛwɔ na 30,000 spectators and bet me akopie mu ɛwɔ match venue no and until some 75% capacity and our fans no to me a failure match in there after 90 minutes of pulsating football action no 0-0 and a game no and the na Oshes and a game no echo in there na chances in there na anshada endorse our game no but na obia eka say a very interesting game I'm to me a share our Accra Sports Stadium Kumasi Asante Kotoko stay top of the Ghana Premier League opening a 7-point lead over our closest challengers Ayabechim United Sisiane there Hearts of Folk still points difference between Omo and the Kumasi Asante Kotoko no 12 points Hearts of Folk are 7th our Ghana Premier League table no so now second round of the Ghana Premier League no be on the weekend of 25th to 28th of February 2022 after the game no coaches no reacted to game I to me a share na Samuel Buidu coach Amakuma Hearts of Folk or say and the players no omo ya dey pa omo create chances kakra omo hit ba ne niema e wo game no but o hwese na niema e kone dia eni da so e wo ho e ma Accra to Folk enti dia Samuel Buidu ani tuja
yeah the players played very well. Then the challenge that we got is quite unfortunate, hitting posts and all that stuff, but I believe that there's a hope. There's a hope.
Samuel Buidu a coach Emma Accra Hearts of Folk. Yeah, besides Samuel Buidu say we and the best game about this season and Samuel Buidu say the bidder. We and the best match about this season. The best match there was against Legon Cities. Now I say now no you see junior team of Hearts of Folk areas Sakumasi Asante Kotoko team we and to me and show one same way Okaya Obia Buefu Kotoko fans so Buefu say other thing Samuel Buidu and this same way too. Yenti their opinion angasa Ekaya.
The best game against Legon Cities. This is not a game, right? If I'm using the junior team for us, Kotoko cannot score me. The best game against Legon Cities. This is not a game, right? If I'm using the junior team for us, Kotoko cannot score me.
Samuel Buidu and others asem no esutuja Prosper Nete Ogum doctor manager Emma Kumasi Asante Kotoko you match no see we a wonderful performance and the boys no to me put it out now so share say na we are compact say na to me maintain possession in yama na so munya chances kakra but utukwan every Kumasi be pio mo Accra Sports Stadium na u play football this way my team no good for team no na good for the confidence of the boys yentie the Prosper Nete Ogum on the tuja after the game.
It was a wonderful performance from my side. We looked very compact. We played some good possession in the middle of the park. Created a few chances we could have scored, but then we couldn't convert them. Coming on the road to come and play in the manner we played, I think it's good for the boys, it's good for the team, and it's good for team confidence.
Dr. Prosper Nete Ogum, coach Emma Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Yeremo Europe now over the weekend English Premier League no match day 26 say and our results no etumi ekopie mo Manchester City on 15th match and beating run no etumi ebawie Etihad Obra Hurricane and Tottenham Hotspur etwamo by 3-2 95th minute winner and our Branty Hurricane etumi share game no and they 3 points Tottenham Hotspur was our game no now we share other games of course on the there were wins for Manchester United, Liverpool and Chelsea. We share a game no of course see any there top 6 English Premier League no after say Tottenham etumi Manchester City etwa no see no points difference between Liverpool and Manchester City about down to 6. Liverpool have a game in hand. Amutumi win this game now on reduce gap no to 3 see no English Premier League title race no emu esan ebiebiem. Chelsea third more 50 points and Manchester United more fourth more 46 points and see no etie na Yekoremo Italian Serie A their match day 26 AC Milan stay top of the La Liga the Serie A table despite drawing with Salernitana over the weekend na 2-2 and AC Milan etumi eboye na Inter Milan omulusu grounds title race no ma obra bobuku friend Sassuolo na chano by 2-0 sa and result no kopiemo enra na ohwe Turin derby na course no so dia 1-1 and as game no etumi ebawie enra between Juventus and Torino Yekoremo Spanish La Liga their match day 25 Real Madrid returned to winning ways after beating Alaves by 3-0 Barcelona so omutumi etro mobobre against Valencia omutra by 4-1. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang actually the first 2 goals Emma Barcelona in that game. There were wins for Atletico Madrid, Real Betis, Atletico Bilbao omunyina omutumi winning omu game as Real Madrid omuda top of the table almost 6 points. Boboku friend Sevilla after drawing 1-1 with Espanyol no omuda mutia almost 6 points and da omuntem. Yewemo ewo NBA action kakra na yakopiemo ewo NBA 71st NBA All-Star game no ekoso ene ahomachi na team LeBron James versus team Kevin Durant and omutumi ekoshiemo na both captains said to me etro mo babe yepa na akensie no eba wie no na Boboku afreno team LeBron and a basketball team na team LeBron angasa ene draft year no omutumi win ya 163-160 na kensie no ekoso no na it was tied at 160 and sana 3-pointer be ekomo from LeBron James to ensure say and the 5th straight All-Star win no etumi ekoso into 5-0 and LeBron it with me leading the team omutumi winning Jumedia Freno All-Star game no na share da ho ne say team LeBron after winning this game no omutumi enya $50,000 amudema charity Kent State University and omupese omude support omo scholars program no and team Durant no $300,000 and also on the Kwakoma Greater Cleveland Food Bank. We share at home. Now, Branty, a friend Steph Curry, a Branty, we breaking All-Star record, a band of 3-pointers. Now, Branty, no, to 16 3-pointers, our game number. A Branty, no, and a man, Kobe Bryant MVP award, and then now, a Sema, of course, so a Homachi, our Cleveland, a bra NBA playoffs, no, of course, so 2023 playoffs, no, in Penny for I and share, say, a Bekwakupium, Utah, and a Bekwakobot Sakins, you know, Namia Duma next year, I bet you know playoffs, you All-Star games. No, Winter Olympics no to me a barrier and now I can see no beginning just a few weeks ago. 91 countries and participate here, a little under 2,900 athletes and more compete here. Ghana branch here, friend Carlos Maida or no a call for skiing. Went to me and Fakoto and Young Quina say and a final parents no and a medal table no say and to me a share. So Norway to me and your medals do draw now Omunya 37 medals. Germany also second, Amunya 27 medals. China also third, Amunya 15 medals. USA also fourth, Amunya 25 medals. And Sweden also omutume epeke 18 medals. Sa ena shishano omupeke 8 medals. Sa ena shishano etie for the Winter Olympics. And I'm very happy morning show sports update in BC. Yabadani Ahukaka, Yababaka. The happy morning show continues.
Minutes after 7, live on ETV, live on Happy 98.9 FM, live on Nisim 95.9 and 100.1. Quickly, Yemfa in techpreneurship tips no ember on for and security tips, social media and no and and social media is not your diary, Shannon. So personal and intimate aspects of your life are not meant for social media. Don't put something on your wall that you regret tomorrow. Until be on my no bathroom, no track a click, no track not about social media, will be on my nanny ekujare no track not about social media. Oh, Hana Kakofasem Edia Pro. Will be on my social media. Asembia or Beckaby. Nanny employers, one more one more monitoring social media, they work in oh, Hodakwe, Asamakokai, Intino, or Jumana Abo, and now say input, watching a beautiful pejuma. Would you see via call or if you sell cacao, social media, assembly, Efa, Edmakuno, and Omoko, social media, I'm share one and out the atemno. Okay, all right, intimate, and no Yajuma, and one and be mindful of the things you post on social media. Sometimes they come back in the long run to bite you. Okopevesa, i.e., the UK embassy, US embassy, any of the embassies, Ukodronma, one more air background check. And some now call social media, oh, this person, he is this, he is anti that, he is this, he is that. When you refuse the visa, you may not even know the reason why they refuse the visa. It's as a result of some of the comments you make on social media. And to let's be circumspect in our pronouncements on social media. In fact, Ghana Kasa and Bromanfo. to say you phone lines ne etumu ma dofo efre eba jumedi so Ghana Kasa live our ETV live our Happy 98.9 FM live our Nisim 95.9 and 100.1 obetimi afre na ne edin komo number 0244885140 and 0596 508687 obetimi afre any of these numbers now on medin komo 0549 sorry 508687 now on medin komo to for any of these numbers we'll be glad to speak to you 0244885140 and 0549 508687 offer number ya enobedi nkomo na onso kakra wo no odi aban say wo area and problems bi on say assembly na offer nim kan sa na pay yebedi ho enkomo na nso yembo so ni nyina offer these numbers ebetimi anybody nkomo first caller Abahoma so hello good morning. All right, too bad. Oniano emba homano so yet inti yinya na nsaka niana ye no ebeto so ne no edi enkomo 0244885140 and 0549508687 offer no bedi nkomo but the actual first caller no Adonko next level premium energy drink for CN Kancho say minia oso anapa na honemu ayemra bomodi aso be Adonko next level premium energy drink mo bobako it gives you vitamins proteins energy stamina and high concentration and memory improvement obetimi ede aye adwuma the entire day obetimi from 0204898698 na onyomo edi nkomo Adonko next level premium energy drink one more say excessive drinking can be detrimental to your health oba afa efunu and oma akoda nu fon so enumbi. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chief.
That's a program no so akra.
But you didn't be afrefu nia.
The from cake fefi tabura.
Yo, K uncle.
Yo. The kind. The kabi biafa the baby e koso o mem yem panifo hu but obi abu ne aguso but e be cost you an kasa in the future. The American say Ghana ha on my way any on my pa e wo wiase a obi bem mo a yan hwe de ntia obo man no o me pie no a obekoso a wonye obi a wo ho den a obetuma koye adwuma aboa o man no ama o man no tumpo e be ma kwan amo aba but Ghana kwa de immigration for ti ho hwe ma ayarefo obi over 80 to 90 years okutapoma no de awura e borders no de abagana oba na dwuma obeya ne se obesreseska obi eba oman mu a one ne mba enyina nam ye border so ba immigration fugu ho hwe ni pese ni pe adwuma pen no ko oman mu akoye mo pen no de kwa koboa oman no ne amankrofo no kwan no mo ba no mo tikwan no mo sreska sam kola we nyina aban boss ni pa we nyina ho ka waba yare health insurance or they call hospital waba school ye free ne make school free omo titi kroma yes ane ma nyina enkwala no dia ya ne se omudu eja enkombetwa ya adwuma ne asan de omo ko back to omo country yet what the show the ultimate consul yet ya no nam street ma ubehu akwala ohwa akwala yi bia pa audit street ma e kire se so be influence ne kakra bia so onkodi bone a obekwa akodi bone because ono onam hono oni embia no oni hwi
all right
it's on so hwi
yo minia medo asana pay so fair na oba jumedie no eso second image for CN Kancho say minia akwenya edi aba bpm one ma omo efa omanfo amom ntitiye ewo massage mu makeup facials nail technology hairdressing and fashion designing me pacho obetimi iron roli wakoda no so wo wie JHS ana SHS ana mpo okuta diploma bi mpo obetimi roli no ewo hon na ne omadi nkomo. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes sir, pacho didn't be free. Pacho say,
how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Nice one. This is Simon Awule from the United States of Kisaman.
Go ahead, sir.
Near Papa Country Sierra, Sammy. One must pop. Papa, sometimes we say immigration for no. Then cry no mushe Emma in coffee. You say you will be cry or buy no. Uno okwa wichelu. Airport traffic or straight car. Like if it's a immigration for no, then we share and some woman uncle for no crime. Mobile, when you go at other parts of country, no, those things doesn't happen. But you tell me now, criticism, airport, every criticism on any in Pala 14 years, 13 years, only now, yes, sir. Oshe Accra House of Folk, any Kotokoa, share Kotokoa, Auroras, Koraboa, Omutumishe, Auroras, here, junior team of Accra House of Folk, Omutumi. Some only John Dumelo Kaya about the rent issue and payment and all that.
Yeah.
Some common rent now nearly 2 years. But you Wahana, say, no longer be taking 2 years. But so many people are sitting there sleeping, but they are sleeping. That's it.
Medo Azima, software na ba homano so anape 0244885140 and 0549508687 offer any of these numbers are meet me anywhere in Kumo. But I may catch you earlier. So second image for saying countries somebody in Titia Eman Kodanum about the massage, makeup, facials, nail technology, hairdressing, and fashion designing. Now over to from 0243331999. Now onyomo Edin Kumo. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Pacho Dini baby free.
Pacho, Lidindi Joseph, me free Achimota ABC.
Yo, Joe Yanko.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Joe, what's your well, Joe, Ofra Pacho, international TV screen is a low TV set and San Marcus. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Cuba.
Yes, sir.
Cuba, come on.
Yamadam Pacho now, way.
You're in the same way. Chia, and you can always say one lesson I would be now the chef at the corner wide.
What you say?
Oh, who said, who did you pay the island now the corner wide? Who knows you are the Saudi mean?
It's my white.
They say, what's it the corner first now the back?
Yeah.
The Saudi mean 3 city.
Yes.
And I was saying, who did this? Upediani, anything I would be the pro 3 city.
Oh, na man,
the wide India, Upediani.
Masum,
Mammy comment.
You,
better mercy. Say, what did you why you interview the play? A first I live here, Chinchina, and yeah, no, money with dear Uncle Sia, and now where dear are 7. And that's sorry, I could be so I live here for the you live. But you guys, the most serious will say, who share the first call and answer my Okaina. Ya did yana, your friend say, the former gender minister, Madam, is it Afisa Otiku Java? Who said, yes, or the side with time and no more position, or buy a man gender minister up to date no. Sanamo Eguswa I apostle. Just said your mind, Timunesi will be able my mind and checking the panel, the condition, and some of the moment on my women. Migration now, more a friend saying, a plus in that any part of it, and I say, border. Now, what you just I want to just and go about women. When the money will be sound say, upon yeah, brandy, now. That's how for you, my dad and a service great me than Nassau. Eventually, for say, now will be to soon and they'll be up anything a trouble movie, emotional movie sound for political mind. Yes, yes, for more, but in Colaka and get them study and input down on the bomb, my women. That's it.
Medose Anope Idi so friend about Jumedino SO number 0244885140 0244885140 ofra na eno edi enkomo Anope El Jumedino SO no abodin baby a ofra free. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Bob.
Yes sir, Pachodin baby a free.
Pacho, you ne ka se bi Achimota ABC.
You.
Yeah, maybe there is about the e-levy. And say, in principle, e-levy problem because the best quality our IMF. Now, the conditionality, battery and so, men fed Juma, men yeti. Now, at the side, a couple of women, Chima Badi Chiadi, and internally not generating pounds on your mind, yeah, the Bebua. But maybe the problem can see again. Your politicians, you know, all cash, you know. She wasting the world system. She wasting class. You wasting on fish expenditure. Every year, no huge amount of money, and I echo through expenditures. May if anything wasting the money. Again, normally assurance. Then normally my say, wɔn bɛbɔ sika no ho ban hwɛ land cruiser ne yɛhwɛ ne bɔɔde wɔn tɔn te sɛ deɛ wɔn tɔn matches when nyinaa yɛ sika ɛna ɛkɔ ɛsgrɛhyia yɛ wɔn allocate ama wɔn ho ne ade nti no me in principle no my brother I am not against e-levy ɛbɛboa yɛn but then wɔn ma yɛ assurance at this time round no wɔn bɛhwɛ sika no yie na wɔn live that luxury life na wɔn live na others not every. That is what I want to say, my brother.
Joe Meadows and the place of friend about Jumedino SO 0244-885140 and 0549-508687. Any of these numbers of friend you know be in command pay Jumedino SO but of friend nobody maybe out for free now. So bet me I know one lower a TV sets no Eddie Amame. Hello, good morning. All right, too bad. Only I know me ending. So you're trying for your next caller. No, memfa we see in Chemu na fe no. Yendi enkomo na yedi enkomo die na me nia usika sem ho ehia me. It's not always about the fun. It's not always about buying. It's not always about making expenditure. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Morning, Chief Macho. Dini baby offer free.
Bacho bakasa free. Efe nana ya bakasa free pokuasi.
Nana bacho enko.
Masem ni se. Enke betimi anka. Aban no nse nka o so payment of fuel so aban no crop nse nka otua omo yese nse nka o nse nka omo to fuel because obi o ha bo na kuta coupon na o che ma dikoji fuel free ni affect your mind no affect your woman no it is am go for nyina no nka okipu a ka me think nka nya bad.
You
that's celebrate.
Mr. Meadows Minia so friend about Jumedino so plan it oye no na enkobase dako osoya na afide ho akire because sikasem aye bisi basa oni Ecobank for eni nkomo oni omodi nkomo na ye EDC for na oni omo edi nkomo se na obetutu sikasem edi ama wo oma advisory services na nyina na ebebo amoaye eye savings a Minia investment adachi ho ebeto wo www.ecobank.com/swam na application for one fill it na submit it na yenhwe baby anyankopon de befa and you'll be surprised at the level of air savings and investments awobeye dachi ebebo woni wabusu adom ni nyina eho eba frɛ EDC Investments Limited ewo 0302634165 and now WhatsApp yomo ewo 0595235065 na onyomo nd enkomo EDC almost financial independence is possible and tina no yenhye so na yembobo ye ho na yisikasem no yentutu eho enoma. Water is life and water is awake. Enjoy the refreshing taste of Awake purified drinking water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with the LM1 green tap. Awake purified drinking water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount would be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Get Awake purified drinking water at any supermarket and retail shop around your neighborhood and get yourself hydrated. And Awake purified drinking water, one for life. And no, and that mede and asem no mede abro and pay ojumedi no eso. Yetwaso na yedi nkoma na me mo akwaba na me kawo se minia. Also obetimi at the thoughts and your views at your brain your WhatsApp line no 02022222067 until also betimi de odi kakra at the brain many some of them any David Tamaklo elmen chana pay no many omo edi enkomo efa anope edi enkomo utak womo strike here womo second show mo so mo return it back to the classrooms and for negotiations to continue. They have not heeded transport fares are and as you know, one more 30% there, one more ever 2 more no, any ADHA and if we may desire to comment on the private members bill, one more at the Koto Parliament or Mampenida da when you baby call Professor John Evans Mills, new one, Yanshimo and more instance more 2 members of Parliament not one more signatures a chance you almost say I think we require name who she and no come on and pay yedi same akwaba meze ani share chesa
meze
musika na banti no
bio misre o
modem ho azie na
skana banka wateminka
sa ofo bi sika ba manti o monka ho
adai
Kofo bi musika ba ma anti omo.
David na obo na kutia na.
Debi. Upuka chemze me mo dia me bom dia.
Steve no pewa sa chintemo.
Oh. Dave. Asa me mbo dia no pay. Yo, obasa me chia dia me chia. Dave, good morning.
Good morning, bro.
Bibi adedi.
Emi adum here.
Ah, what the kakra be na. Oh, you made me cool. What the kakra be na.
So Frank was the only problem.
Sabe? Kasi me show
problem be any.
I catch up. Any problem.
Yo. Send that no. Meaning sir Dave, if there's an issue that you felt to talk about but you aren't able for discussion on the prayer, you may raise it within 5 minutes. Now you move it to substantive issues now.
So me da say me da ahwefo na tifo nyina say na me nua Sami me ma kwa ba say fresh me yebeju amantem ska yebeji Sami anopei asema edama kuma so me pese me de hia say areho asembia me continue mu weekend weekend ena yesie your former transport minister Madam Jifa Tivo na mi wo ye ni asebi na me tina ho na me hwe de ekoso no me adwin mebre eba me twem se onipa se di ejumade ehye wonsa na wo bo ho ba na oye ni ye a it lives beyond you ena sebi se nyame etu ni nsa fra wo kra ejuma no ewo ho a ebe di ho adanse na medwin ho na me he kan se in fact for the moment me conclude say there has never been a minister in this our country recently. Yeah, ne juma ye edadi said the mamia ofimo ne juma ye edadi. So wo kan ya nyoma bia ye di bo eye omampanyi friends and omampanyi dada Jo Mahama it is a wire there infrastructure. Now one of the key infrastructural areas NDC any Mampain Jo Mahama year a bon modern award a friends transport area ushe terminal 3 there Ghana Nibia di who say airport no aye krabehe enye Ghana fo kwa aman hu do anya nkrofo bebre amotu kwan bon hu dey say Ghana airport no it has been a huge advancement from what it used to be. We here nifri ho a say wo hwe Tamale airport and also omo develop sa Tamale airport no na bebre na doubt to say it was a prudent investment. Ene nipa bebre ya omufri northern area of the country ena omo koye business ewo ho bebre na emfa road use road transport biom munyina efa use air transport and it has proven to be cheaper and easier for everyone. We here Kumasi airport extension Enusu Huba Assembly. This is another significant infrastructure, a course of NDC Abayansi. There is also the whole airport. Na Bibrina fi say, Nkehu here say, from Antem, the airport Kosiho. Some have raised issues of business viability, the prudence, financial prudence of it. Say, a friend say it doesn't make sense. Say, voter who here the airport Akosio, and so we ginem Nancy say here, and then your airport who. se ukanya eba omampanyi Mills Mahama apenso no mudi bibi ba se bus transit system bi ya omo yanka mo twa kwan separately ama a friend say buses are omo convey passengers na ama traffic no so abrase kakra ma adwumayefo ne yina se ena nyoma bebre na meka akosi se bebre na no eye a friend say mame ya wotwe mako na pensu ti se as a minister ena sa nyoma yi ekoso na obatan wanye hu de bebre na ukan omudi nsem bi eba bus branding ya omudi born a chair personal or resigning ye say say no office ena sa de ne asiye inspires evidence I share say na on a friends ade na asiye no ministry ho na friends workers ni bi fa ho kwatu kwan so bi edi contract in mind without going through tender or resigning because of that. And then say who can say a bus branding assembly now I think it was about 2.5 million cedis involved. Now and then a dreamer air course yeah yaka no atum make a course say mameno say nya ministers oh mamuha ya omunyina di nukre very honest ebo mu hu modern ti said de mame no ebo ne hu modern na anka oman ya sisa bebre na nyame emfa ne kransi yi bompa say bibia ohye no onko so bompa magana say ankrofo ya pa mu say omuye ministers no ombe bomodi atu omu achama oman no na a friend say omo adi nukre aye honest said de oye nti meka ne busuafo nyina ne NDC fo omo yawo minka omo yawo meka akosi say omo enya shedi san say mame no abone hu modin pa na adwuma awaye no ebedi nachi
Dave madam sana pesa mai
yeah I think that it will be in order say I add my voice to Minua David in saying farewell to a honorable minister last weekend inti me mabusia na yako na sami to be a producer friend me kwa na me machine because baby I'm meeting traffic I made them me 5 but I got here at 7:20. Yes. The media can say I'm say minister ebe catch say ye told boots here say you who the say ye the be washroom facilities so say ye the be I think say sanka bebo anka buying expedite plans on because that decision alone Mankasa Meka say it was a knee-jerk decision say buying sorry meanwhile I see minister no crowd akwentum and I say wa shemra say yenjai say yejito but enema esisi o frika so akwan so eba one of the things I now can say oh to butsa eyo minum ni na no sika omo collect no enye sika bia ebetimi aye bibia and secondly so no traffic to but ne de ba no eyehu but anopay udu to butwa the same thing and even worse because tama to but ni adwuma ne de unim say o kwa wagina etua o 50 pesos na oko na de odi wachi nso abesen ko but ene to but ni ho and wa unim yenuanom toto drivers yi yenuanom na compete for the same smaller spaces here what toll gates we inti just a traffic situation no aye worse baby amete asempa na make no say wo ba ufi kaswa back room anopa yi 5 but traffic yi wom saa but we do ɛhɔ no na nyɛ hwee na esi wɔ hɔ because queues na yɛdi mu a obiara nam ne kwan ekotu ato no eni hɔ biem nti we hyɛ we anim na aka abɛmoa wa no nti mɛsɛ minister Owura Makwata sɛ yɛ washroom ne de bɛyɛ a wo de ɔnyɛ ne ntɛm na yɛn starting UC sɛ ɛho nso ni mfaso a meti sɛ road safety for ka sɛ anka aban nhwɛ na ɔnyɛ nhyehyɛ na sɛ yɛn UC adeɛ na yɛn free hɔ apart from that kra ɛyɛ risk to motorists because udi mika na uba befa sa ekwan ketewa yi mu a you don't have to slow down because unjina entua tola eyehu me stress nka say obibi e be ya fa ho a yenye mfa ho ntem ansa na bibi asia ma ya ka say oh we should have done this earlier. I mean the reactionary attitude of the typical Ghanaian nti me say aban ehu hia bie mu a yenye mfi so omo de be bounce so see entua toll na fine ye be sere omo kakra enso ye betua nti say that will be my take on for this morning.
All right, yes, I say na yenko in substantive issues no so in fact UTAG and say it's already indicative say one more any imagine say they are calling off their strike from last week in yan in TSA court never really say one more and go back to the classroom. There were indications Parliament more so they have had very fruitful conversations with them and that we're going to start work. We're all looking forward to UTAG going back to the classrooms, but it looks as if saying one more annual margins on the call. Some information here on UTAG. What didn't you?
Sammy, let me say UTAG in same and start and then start here. Say aban bia a have I experience say UTAG monsoon back and forth. ABC baby idea about ABC and they but so be some my dream without say bia me share someone handle near but I think say there is enough justification for this striker lectures no air corner. Me say aban a year the successive governments are nya wo man no omun treaty a lectures yi nti so wo hwɛ sɛ oman a yɛsi yɛ pɛ mpuntuo na yɛ we keep talking about development and na sɛ yɛ intellectuals a ɔmo wɔ oman ni mu no na yɛ de ɔmo ɛfa saa atiti we mu a na yɛ ni abre pass yɛ pɛ si yɛ tumpɔn so oman aban look before lectures ibeko strike bia they advertise their intentions on start aka abodo wo say aban obi enti omhwe ko si say omode omutools begu ho and then bon say aban started pretending to be responsive almost start aka yaketua enye ya ye mobo obi enti but because if you look at the lifestyle of the average politician now, then I think say the lecturers should insist on demands no omu making because the average politician will be any bet now say you be vary to the disadvantage or be insist say there or no emrana hye se efata no a se ne nsaka no obe make sure se ne nsa aka muni oma ye nhihye efiti 2013 you agreed on a figure which is I think about $2,084 a ye de be mom na be si ne omoje sika fie bi ahye omo ho na de eye me yawo we ni na ho ne se sami Labour Commission. That body, mankasa eya na me bisa say one interest kra na sa body na wo ho no. As journalists, eto bibia nsem bia ye de di odwumayani bi na ode na asem akodan Labour Commission ube di echi ahwehwemu a obonsa afi na chese Labour Commission is on the side of the employer, and it is very characteristic. Oshe ye strike actions here. Quickly Labour Commission comes and say return to the classroom. On what basis? On what grounds? When there are these strike actions, but the ultimika and say, Masa, we say abayinye the all year no. I have been asking, say, if private universities etimi run without government subvention, no mutimi tua omo lecturers. Now you see these agitations from that sector. Although I know, say, it wouldn't be we send a 100% situation, but if you are able to manage these institutions, what about government? Or what bigger budget? I think, say, a made say, a buying every factor your intellectuals no into their budget. Now say a beshe emra. I say, look at University of Ghana. Lecturers see handle 40,000 students. Facilities were higher the better my dear. Now human resource no onipa na obejina ho a chair adie no. The life worse of her. Now or can osemidina ko jina court.
But normally, is it not the case, say National Labour Commission Beko quota? It is because of the intransigent positioner one of the parties are taking as to say, or back out of the strike now, woman, because they can't negotiate with Wubia war strike, and so get out of the strike situation and let's have a conversation.
Fine. Our options are very beautiful. But the reality, negotiations. The last strike before this one, lecturers nankasa, etimi tutu, mutu omonai kose, yaba, let us meet. Why never meet you know? Minister mba, deputy minister mba, na yasuma obi, na waba, okay, oba ne say okay, media me sonkra, inti mintimi enye any definite statement we are on this matter inti wo de monfa monkra emayen na fama me na memfa nkoma aban omutimi kwatena ase etwen se opani bi embra na yenka asemi. Government is only pretending to be negotiating with the lecturers because they know say 114% na lecturers ni ebisa no. So omo grant here salaries no will balloon and ebeha aban a budget. Inti osanjwe hu so biem say you grant in Krofui every year. Next week doctors will come out and start making claims. The next week teachers, nurses and other sectors ebeba abe making claims. Inti enye yemono patu pasa nkosi se yenyombe kasa aka bibi monyoma kasa aka eniema egwu masum over the years na sema omuken since 2013 na up to enne intimi enya solution bia to these challenges. Are we serious? We ye omaya ye ni abre ese ye training a resi intellectuals na se me see ye intellectual base ye intimi ensure omuso na ye niomo nam playing football with our education. And then 21 days no, I love see the university should have been closed down. But omo argue say other eniema universities omo ye. Meaning there's an note here. One of the students, I mean, omaya nipa life in here in Bako and Ghana. Student Bako ekoto swimming pool mu ewuye. Bako so tech car ekoborn emani wuye omo maka enso epre. Look, have we thought of all these things? Ye do we now na ye betna se aye no sa me say aban edru emre a ese se aban ka asema aban bia me nka no say hwan aban na ti so hwan ba me ka say edu mra say aban e ka asem a they should show commitment because you can't be telling woman for ni say enwadu e say eniema mu ayeden tighten your belts lectures musika na mu bisa no say the mamwa ebia ebe throw your budget out of gear nti muma yenhwe sene okay wakamate na wonso e na wonso na wo kan asem na ache me no what tighten your belt to what extent have you also tightened your belt intermediate the mechanic say lectures omunjina so no munhye aban kete say ni esese wo de mayen no fama yen then we return to the classroom some up court say omunko there are other legal options they are considering you see just say only me be kan e wo ha na aha nso wa court say court inchinchi mi sana say me court na class have we even thought of that I say maybe papa we go for angel no alovi I say okay mo see yankwa ya be ko but we will misteach them say court a share lectures ikiti so monko no monko chade na obo conditions no worsen every day in day out what are we expecting again na ye expect say omo dey come nkwara na omo universities ho no we should look at better ways of addressing these matters and stop using this labor commission any court approach say the PPM and I say the program amomako. My only worry Etobia is me sure frustration Professor ya onya asemo University of Ghana Jampo Etobia ne kasa na me sure but Etobia it is just out of frustration nti me there e ka me nko lectures mo tie hwe they should pursue because sir polish on that yaba near the ensa for fa they return to the classroom in no time no masai asa babiem na distorted the academic calendar inti se assembly wo ho a aban ni omontena ase omuso omo pe 114% aban sen na wo betimi etua na yentena ase na pesika emom sene se ye bibia yetimi pesika yesi cathedral yetimi fa ekwan ema nkrofo eboa say ni bi na say no boa na ebeye e dia ma lectures yi akọ back to the classroom we should do it rather than using the courts and other tactics to get them back into the classroom for me it is not going to work.
Dave
Sami Zamini wakasa bibre de midibeka ho ni say ukan Utah gasem enye ne na asatika
yeah
and ye kai no the last time ye kai ho asem ho na o interview MSO secretary as a president na oka say they are not being unreasonable the amount omo strike no I acquire say they have taken an entrenched position in say they can't trust government we say you are willing to negotiate with us on our demand and I edi ho aba so yen share say the okay the BI committee na ban suma nkrofo say o a friends e money omo kokasa na nkrofo a omo take decision no enye omo so na esuma omo nti omo akwa ma omo be frustrated and they are not being unreasonable. Look, there's a saying say a hungry man is an angry man. 2013 ena muni omo call muye nhihye edi increase omo a friend say omo aketua from 2013 na besine na omo bisa no more through ayibi ewo motable so ama omo say the omo department omo no ehun hiam na ye kasi ye nyina ye hu say oman economy no e ya nyija kakra no man nkosu your revenue akofom your meet your revenue target busia so anka ban abo I say busia no ya bo atra nti enya de a amasa boy ebusia no biom na ye boy obi obe ye se boy ebusia no eka obe edi no eka obe je no ebe bo omano fom nti busia no so ayenya nje biom nti omano in a very tight corner nti it is only reasonable say abambeka say oh obia enchichiri a friends on tighten the belt kakra it makes sense but say osi otu friends a drama for now otu friends momoni sufu and I say come
sir
so mosi yen tighten a belt na afi mu musika mu je no eya dos look Jubilee House nko sika futu ayedi ma Jubilee House on fambo on by yeah they are not even supposed to account for how they spend it. It's 480 million Ghana cedis.
Is that approved by Parliament?
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Say it's approved by Parliament.
Yeah, but the members of Parliament who are agitating concerning, but
but they look. Me Parliament who wants him. That's another place. We all have heard the issue. Say Parliament is a rubber stamp.
But can that
haven't we heard
can
that
hold in a hang Parliament? Hang Parliament. You know, it's not the issue of business.
Unim say a Parliament. You know, it will be difficult to have a hang Parliament. And you know, say a friend say 470 million. Any budget Jubilee House spending with about 1,000 staffers. 1,000 staffers party a friend saying full soldiers idea about to a flat staff a Jubilee House so say ye a small for no. Na uhe mo budget bebre. Nanu ya na a friend saying aban edi court edi 2 ya say sa omampanyin na ni yiri ni na a friend saying na be de chire ni yiri na yen twa mo kan yen for mo kan 72 holders 71 holders yeah be ya asem bebre. And then, of course, corruption. Say nim a friend said recently a CDD near omode corruption report by. Na enu. Na san yo man nyina ekosu na wo ko catch say wo ko catch teacher for say mo de mu ntati mo belta. E be din ye kai dokuno bo akosro. Transport fare is about to go 30% or if it's not started yet. So if you look at all this, it's difficult for anybody to accept, say, we need to tighten our belt. And so I buy, and you tag there are so many other strikes underway, so many being planned. And with what is going on with UTAG, I can bet you there are more that are going to come on board. Now, how does government resolve this? I think it's not too much to ask, say, government should begin to live their advice. Say they should cut down on the many appointees, staffers who are just leeching on our tax money. They are not doing anything. And of course, if they are doing something, it will reflect in the growth of the economy. We are not seeing it. So it is prudent to avoid any catastrophe of strikes and boycotts, demonstrations. They have to start cutting down on their budgets. They have to start doing things right, run away from corruption. Because, look, if they don't run away from corruption, it is going to be a reference point for our demands. And it doesn't matter. Sorry to say. Say, a court, I'm my order. Now you tax, say, yeah, the no. Because even the court, say, it may come to a point. We've seen the judicial service gone on strike before. Say court na kasakura say ban says can why bet your muka. They may toe the same line. So the only solution for government is to begin to live by example. Cut down on corruption. In fact, corruption should be how do I put it? Minimize it. They should stop it. Contractor, a friend saying, and tender for a government who had promised us, when they come, they will reduce contracts or sole sourcing. They have done many contracts for sole sourcing. So they should cut down on corruption. They should stop it. That is the only way they can convince the public and the workers to also tighten their belt. And a friend saying they can live with perhaps what they have, but without cutting down corruption, without cutting down on the number of ministers, the staffers. As we speak, the other day I was speaking to some gentleman and on platform, and he says he's just been appointed as the aide to a minister. And I said, that time we are accommodating from say budget economy and I'm also appointing 80. Instead of establishing companies, establishing businesses that people can employ people. Mu 8. Say one done a friend say weekend me kan wo sami paper no. Say a friend say police stations be a friend say omuko piki form adane ntokwa. It's not ordinary. Come dinkrofo. Come the UTAC for. Come the friends and workers. So government must sit up and reduce the number of employees or more. Because they are just living on our tasks without doing anything. A word to the wise. Musia one off.
Well, you know about Safina do feeding at one say happy morning show and also Egusua Uti and pay radio so and Oceans so ETV and pay many David and our hands say some so mencha and pay yedin competition ebre on month for if you taga na yemfeni entry transport fares. The drivers, the transport operators are saying say 30% upward adjustment there. We should brace up for it. There are those who hold the view say 30% is too high. Considering the earlier position they are taking, say one more and two full, but rather they were going to agitate for the government to remove taxes a good petroleum products. So suddenly they will make a U-turn to say they are come to charge Ghanaians 30%. At the time, they said they feel the pain of Ghanaians. At the time, they said their mothers, their sisters, their aunties also bought trotros, and so it will be very insensitive on their parts to rather increase air transport fares than to rather force the government to rather decrease the taxes on air petroleum products. Dave, is it double standards on the part of the transport operators?
Well, the transport operators cannot be faulted that much. Of course, it's important say nobody takes advantage of the system now to enrich themselves. But me betina Sami Edding power say ube Canada kotu Crawford to say transport operators so because you call near koto fuel. We know how it is, how much it was costing us to buy fuel recently to what it is now. Yenim say our transport system no, and yes that good that there is a healthy competition. Yeah, for more transport ejumanu. If those who operate Uber and all those ones, sales are not more and more for a long time. But so we talk we use eco talker say in fanya transport ejuma. And maybe you are expecting say Uber for me so more sales by 300 400 on. Now 2020 now we 400 and 300 no. Now net usaji says kana because you are going to buy kinky. You are going to pay school fees which have increased. You are going to buy everything. The prices have increased. And no car utono just 2020. Sanka uto sa kasi abe Kia money ni ya. The price was around 240 250. And now kotwa it's about 350.
That's 30,000.
Sorry, You know, that's the only thing I really have problem with Kufuor. This money they changed.
Old school.
Old school. Thank you. See, it was 24, 25, and then 35, 37 ongoing. Because of taxes, there are two import levies. And she said, who a badrimba now do you see to mayor? See, because you have to be a friend saying, Unia Numa and I say, oh, Maminum air user transport in Tino. So, Tuma, and you and I say, oh, person tighty with government. And see, Untuma. Now, Sebi Unia business. So, business part no more there. 30% Ukraine said they have been considerate enough. Except, say, Ukofo mu any car, ya mu uses our transport, you know. The burden will increase on them. But that is the doing of the government. That is the doing of the government. Mika, yeah, if you say you are unnecessarily attacking government, but these are the issues. Nipa Okotoka, car auto, it's been increased to almost how many percent? Almost 50%. And auto car no, or the air transporter, fuel prices are increasing. 2029 top fuel saying. The beginning of 2029 top fuel more than even a friend saying 5 cities. And then fuel and I'm 7 cities. You see, so catch and say a friend say 30%, you know, too much. Then you are not being reasonable with them. And see, the tougher tougher. It's the same issue I now care about Utah. Abrabona Eden. Economy name ko ye aginsem accommodating Crawford. And see, we will be expecting more of this. Say increase transport fare. Na a friend Utah Gnibia or baby only a friend saying only car or bed any transport fare. Baby says any demand for increment of salary. Okay, I'm not saying it. They are all related.
Yeah.
The only solution to this, said the Mikhail, is for government to cut down on expenses and the frivolous ones, of course. Yesterday, I watched a video of I think Savulugu students, SHS students, who went on rampage because the food they are giving them, one is not enough. Some are expired and all that. These are all the remnants of corruption, remnants of overzealous promises, remnants of mismanagement, ineptitude, inexperienced governance. These are the symptoms of it. And like I said, unless there is any other solution we can see apart from cutting down on expenses, cutting down on the number of people who employ who are doing nothing, we are going to see more of this. And this has a security implication. It has security implication. So the managers of the economy, the managers of the country must see these things as a wake-up call for them. It's a wake-up call for them to begin to do things right. They are all connected. They are interrelated. It's not like somebody is going to instigate SHS students or has gone to instigate SHS students to go on rampage. They were hungry. So they have some justification for what they were doing. Even though I wouldn't, of course, I wouldn't suggest to an SHS student to go on rampage. But they are hungry. What other alternative lesson can you give them?
All right.
You understand? So this is a wake-up call. Government must sit up and do things right.
Sorry.
David, mischief, I mean, because I don't think you will anyway.
No.
You will anyway endorse.
I don't think.
To be fair,
this is a very serious
to be
issue.
fair,
I don't think it's fair to.
Those are his submissions.
Oh, exactly. Oh, I mean,
I would beg you to take it back.
And honestly, my friend is saying no hard feelings. This was just on the lighter side.
People are watching us.
It was on the lighter side.
People are watching us.
So, okay.
There's no mischief in it. I'm very, very serious about it.
All right.
Very soon you go hungry and you be like the Sabulugu.
I'm just saying, sir, we shouldn't in any way endorse the students, no. I say students, I say almost demonstrate you or whatever, because if you have issues, I said you are be expire and I say inadequate. I mean, there are channels, there are processes. Even if you report to your parents, there are PTA meetings where parents can raise these things. But as I say, there are genuine challenges because school be yet say in a shorty schools it be secure as I say back for institutions no be running schools and call it. These are genuine matters, but say a month only.
But I thought those issues were issues last week, for instance. Now, buffer stop for MIA where say it's not a matter of government's inability to supply. It's a matter of the institutions not having a warehouse, a stock house, where if the food is supplied, won't be keep here. And it's not a matter of the absence of the food. It's a matter of the inadequacies of the institutions that is limiting the supply of these.
That even makes it worse. I say, I mean, it means always we don't plan. We do not plan. Say, unim say system aobe running and around this time, ube here baby storage be to store eduaneno. Now you've not made provisions for that one, and you come giving this lame excuse. Say it is because baby nuha udi eduane be si intin eduane short here. I mean, why you can't say we channel? And no crowd and your crowd. Oh yes, I will run this our system. We know. Now unim say at every point, as I say, we need storage. As I say, we need baby udi eduane be si for future use. Now say we see and yes, I buy into me fair any mo. Bet me the aba na mum, the bar. You need baby I did go. And now some I say yes so cry. Whether a wahon any ho, Adriani ni ho, and no, any ho, Seb Sadia from go headmaster them way, and now say senior house master them. Say storage assem and yeah, inti. David, Miss you now go transport fares, cyclical. O my misani near one about Yabekwa, Yabesaba BC baby. I hear say, unions no any buying a share on the prices are almost edit fuels, and it is inevitable. Car you bet me a car and say a best room. I say to a bonuma. Yeah, share ye in Kakra. Now, Shena or show no show what was he saying. Or also petrol, fuel yarn or they running.
Some I interrupt you for a second. Now, many PR for the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, ND and Komo. Alhaji Ibrahim Moro, Mimbisana Bakumi, and Sabi Mfa. The issues about AFS, what we heard, Mr. Government was proposing 10% and they were proposing 30%. We were told that it was supposed to have kicked in, I think, last week thereabout. And that situation at the same. Senior, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Last week, in Inyan said transport fares ever caught up by 30%. Inyan Zamoni Ministry, no, I couldn't come. Obetime my update first no akoso na message na maybe agina
no pare mami kwa cheka kaka na da the transport operators now we came together and I form a coalition of private transport operators and we started last year no na can't tell about the taxes no levies no be so want to know my you say your best friend no it's taking more time about parliament for approval and I feel I have by you would say petrol no so hard and you now a shy and I get to that and the MP which wasn't our first choice do Yes, I think committee no current share, or market, or share prices, maybe amanyama, where prices, maybe they argue any lubricant, or final result from America, 30%. And the solutions meeting, because I said, you move via your best master, you have the for contract. Coalition will catch your core. Because you are taking a straight position, no, 30% no, your performer will come down less than 20%. And they are back. Let us share about paying go. They cry about their day, and you saw your no 10% in a year, they pay that. They pay 10%. If you ever do 20%, no, I can move possible. And I hear stress, let us know. Meeting no enter this week. Yes, coalition members, when I express you postpone on by this week. And the platform be ready to show. Yes, it's the owner entrance in America. Just to see there, your moon is Omura down about the somewhere last week when I said Thursday, Omoji 30%. And I say, Gabi, and now this are. Can you go to cry to tell them so? Now, you know, more smart for you to be a Kosovo Diamond. Namudu, at a matter of one, a back of Kakodua. No more a Diluma, a diamond from the most 30%. Was it a result or the other? And I am Bwati, and tell my power of the castle, Daddy. You have 2 lawyers for 30%. You are fighting for our brothers. Yeah, when you are driving your party, let us say you do a mile also. Or more try a car, no more is a canoe. Yes, I enjoy most of what you want to mean not here, then no be out there or so. So I also read the 30%. No, be sister, a pound number so no. A pound not to 25 or not already 35. No, be sister, baby, or no pen or call, or most of the 40 amata. That you can never you. That sounds no. And to and then I know where they are pumping from the park or traffic. Now the woman will get the papa upon you. And the assembling in our view. Assembling in our move better to assemble America. Sawari Pua, Omo Pada, Omo Kwakoshia, Aka, Omo Pada, no be Omoya Omachi. Why will the bad matter? Who are the maybe so. So only experience, no. No, that's true. The whole nation speaking for it. Who are the car of one now? Yes, that's true. Tell us, maybe so. My brother, I need an answer from you, sir. I want to know how many on Quada, or more calculation. Aka and Quadalumu Bia. You will move for disturbances of Moya Humachi. You are will never. All to make happy. Dabi. I thank you very much. That is the problem the 3 unions have because they don't have followers. So, you remember that. Am I like the move your car? Now you say, you find yourself the fool. I mean, say you call the now door to do. Now you say, you are dealing a job. What is your problem? What is your problem? Because you know, 50 you know, to me, you are buying a country. That's what you say when you're selected. Kakra, I'm not for president here. And I'm saying, you can't want to put yourself in the parliament. More to my head. Look at the matter, Yamu, Mukwa, men by less than this, Yakob, almost a month. And I will ask yourself, the abandon for Luto, you better fire chief, now I'm calling this is less than the class, but you don't know where. And so I'm a boy, my brother, I'm a boy. And now, the moment I call it, not the woman or the about the trouble.
Yo, maybe some final question. Ghana, in downstream petroleum sector, no, almost say deregulated. OMCs, no, one more share of the toy, competitive pricing, no one fix it. spare parts dealers wɔn kotiom duty no ba wɔn na determine prices of ɛyɛ ade no mo ton no na wɔka lubricants wɔn soso boɔ no wɔn na determine nti on what basis ɛna GPRTU for dan nyam pɛsɛ mo kɔhyia aban sɛ mo ne aban ekodi nkɔmɔ afa beebi a ne nsa enimu bie.
Master, one, let's correct this impression and let's do that to let the appointed party. Yeah, I can come now, count only one. And I will can do regulation water. And I can do regulation water.
But also, Macadam was him.
Deregulation, and I want that water.
Deregulation, yes, Macadam was him.
Okay, I'm quiet now.
And the question is say yam fan say coalition no mo ko pede wa aban ho seeing say anya say bia aban fuo yi tete na nka aban esomasen and so mo somasen a enu nti no mo frem no matena say okay asomase 10% enu nti mo ntum 5% sisi a eni obiem say am ne aban ko hia ye den
okay you were my mo and I get there for social service you render no Tambia, cancer, therefore, the first call to national development. You're there for your social life, your contract there 30 minutes. So I do on my own. And to let the man you to make you see a 30%. Now your cost not you and stand out, your 20% or 20% master any year. And everything I like to my appliance will cover. Although on subsidized fuel in my area on yes, I do. There is no more or more to say man of my name. And things are. And yes, but I got that with me. And looking at I've been more saying I find contract. I am cancer, so I find the idea. Say now. Yeah, because 30% now is because you will justify it. They justify on paper. And so, Sana, I tell you, some to make catch on there. Upon my fashion, yeah. More can't do it. Upon my fashion, and yet.
Mimbisa I didn't ma the earlier position say mobile compare aban say entity the taxes are a good petrol products no as well. I don't know muja is agenda no HD because they want a even and a we also said there was the possibility for you to compel government to have reduced the taxes on the fuel prices. In China muja HD.
Yeah, a trade deal. Yeah, who say a long process, and I supply your demand school, and to say when legal solution there, and then by the Bama, your demand at the corner, and then your direction. The better is to sit because the more better more introduce a liquor. The actual price is around 25 cedis. Yeah, taxes Nama Nama price na adu baby adu it. And so we shall raise it.
Yo. Aje bedo asa no pesa o Jim na na edi nkomo abase bahimo PR ema GPRTU same into o se ne anase wo kina de omo aka every 30% ama izia no abedu 20%. Enti eno ne baby ayedu.
Sami say na me kano petrol assembly affect every sector of the economy. Say nyato petroleum prices e cost repair. Now these increases no idea I be anticipate. Abuying engage union see. But I am a bit skeptical as to how far government can push, because drivers are buying so much a coin be also. omo an omo kodwa asokoto omo niema spare parts ene niema se ne omo beto no but enko ni sen ya no se ne abrante kai say they offer a social service nti enya da aban be take interest ewo ne omo ye because it's going to affect majority of Ghanaians. Nti enya da aban will definitely take serious interest in what they are doing. Nti se ne be share because ya tutu niema imu ni na ashenkabo ebe kosui salaries enkoso and it affects the ordinary Ghanaian the day to day say ya kase say kakra omu yi bibi kakra eche ye no ya ye hu se ne driver for adwuma mfaso a ewo so ema oman yi nti omu nye bibi a eye ekuo adwuma ekuo bi ese ye tutu omase omodwuma eyemu ene ombibia mu nti se ana ye besre me de anka coming kwa anka petroleum prices here e dwane price stabilization anyway I are introducing this anime na nti nka ban say na drivers need pushing for a reduction and now say removal of some of the taxes no na nka petrol bo no entimi engina ba bi egina na petrol bo dwane na eno anso no de ye na adwuma de a ene definitely wo ye den eshenkabo ebekoso I'm only hoping say omukoi negotiations government was looking at 10 to 15%. Ultimately, Ubisa said, why are they looking at salary rates now? About a beyond omitting and chance here. A year, a beer almost say, oh, a mobile who say, Musa the Samotoso, Nanso, a beer, and Camon Toso at this rate, MIA. It's say, and I'm a boss as a driver for because definitely it's going to bring a lot of hardships to now me tia driver be no your calculation say baby I fair 10 cedis no earlier they were even looking for 40%. After almost 30% me cross say baby I fair 10 cedis no now after you about 13 cedis 3 cedis na say oye adwuma da bia etua sai sika we na 3 cedis times bosome no na close to about 100 cedis and ababeka o budget on now so o salary and now say o earnings no ejina baby a ejina nti say na e be say aban any omo nkita hodie bibi papa e be free mo aba it comes back to oman any your priorities aban etoto buses metro mass buses na eboa eye omo public transport but okohwe mikom nkoko say there was a time we visited one of their omo way terminals no buses no bebre ties tutu na achia egu ho intina definitely anytime sa increment we ba na say eye commercial drivers see kasa omo ye increment bia it bites so hard because there are no alternatives. If there were, anka government betimi enya right kakra and now say obetimi akoli drivers ni bluff but omo na yensa ehye omonum sese nti dia be sha ni say omo be hwe kakra na omo ya fotrotro no omo kakra na baby omo de kono bi a omo staga ni kakra ebeboa
womo etumbo asia ibedru baby yana ne ehumba eba na yento aso. All right, you're welcome back. We have some 23 more minutes before the show comes to an end. We would activate the phone lines in a bit, but under 1 minute each, so that I activate the phone lines. Sammy, on the matter of the inquest into former President John Evans Atta Mills, your take?
Is this about the quickly?
Monitor, mommy.
Yeah, I mean monitor. Me tea no. I say MPs, MPP MPs are crying more than a bereaved family no na fe ehemi nwanwa kakra. For me, if you ask me, make I say I said yes. There are MPs go again. Clownish behaviors no. Ebini say after 10 years, papa yi ya yenim papa yi suban ene senye oye ne niam asifa. Na 10 years on, mote ho say ye ni hweye e wo parliament. Ye ni hweye de ehia oman Ghana e wo oman ye timi. And he said, your president, fine. It was the first time you're sitting president. I will Ekonyaso. Niebeye aye ebusia aji doctor medical report any bibia at home. And then we go and revive the memory of the late president in such a manner, in such a ridiculous manner. That is why Yeti say, another prayer, somebody I have a lot of respect for. I say, oka sponsor Sabi. What came after? OPK, I issue statement say he didn't even know how his name got there. Even documents no kita they saw they call speaker's office no. And Nipa 4 now no list almost say omoka. Their signatures were not on the document. Inti what kind of the person you see where yes, agrobeni. And I think that Parliament must take this matter seriously. Now, Yenshe say, Ebani saying, how did he get the names of these gentlemen there on the list? Gentlemen, you know, Aba out. Abeka say, Omunim Moshe. Secondly,
but they said there had been an earlier conversation.
There had been an earlier conversation.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe say, why did OPK? No, it was not an interview. On one kasa issue statement. Yeah. What was he trying to clarify? What was he seeking to clarify with that statement? So if we've had a conversation or we've had a discussion, I say we are going to go on this tangent for whatever reason, say diversionary tactics, and then you're conclusive. Now the akota bontin say me kahon na me see Professor Mills Wumwa. Na aba amaya be hu say asem no okan ne kra entra. Parliament has some take serious interest into this matter. Yeti hey wo de maye make statement bia ebetia parliament is here. Obeti yesi privileges committee. Privileges committee kona ewo ho no enhwe how even with this bill no you would have to explain why you have even taken interest in this matter. Say yanko investigate or we should conduct an inquest into Professor Mills ewuomu after 10 years. Mobo. And I am sure not me dinuya ora akoko anyi do hu yaw kakra. Me dinu hu yaw papa. Esa I say, wo Professor Mills the kitchen cabinet na uhyem bi. Woni papa yi ene ko ba bia ba. Nti papa yewu after 10 years you have started an institution in his memory. I find it very commendable. Me can say even Mills Heritage here, Omuyen and saying was even an afterthought because Oman Honda. But let us rival what Koku Anidohu is doing, the Lone Ranger. Koku, oh yeah, what dear, you have people say again, institution again some level of credibility. Yetimi Frel cry as election observers our countries in the name of the Professor Mills Institute. Why won't you focus? Now, Ebeba say you are clearing your name, I need the whole name. You've written to the police who said then to conduct inquest, and then you have MPs like another jumping onto the bandwagon say, let's see, it is an opportunity for us to score some political points. Papa ewu owebusia papa yi owoyere watching the sensitivities of these matters any eyawa edibebre okranfo maame no after 10 years ni age and he said yeah we saw her in the public space some 10 years ago. We should take all these matters into consideration. Now yeah dia say bi yemfa we kakra ento ho yemfa we kakra ento ho. What is the need? and Myanmar ha on mine even in another press constituency and Myanmar ha the constituency no ebini say you be conducting inquest into the Eku Professor Mills. By this, what are they suggesting?
Right.
I said somebody killed the man.
Right.
Didn't we know Professor Mills was sick?
Well, Sammy, 1 minute in Aso, up 3 minutes to cry. Dave.
Sammy, me want to say a friend said a so-called inquest into the late Professor Moses death. Abeye is threatening now to be an inquest into a criminal conduct by a very diversive leadership of the majority. Another leadership, no. I think it's the majority chief.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's the totality of the majority that are doing this. After all, we saw the names of the people, and it's a private.
He is a leader of the majority, and of course, you shouldn't be surprised. I say that Koku Anyidohu, who has been the brain behind all this issue of Professor Moses' death, inquisition and all that. Look, when NDC left power, or let me say, to a point where he lost his general secretaryship, he has been on this mission. And we have seen severally how he received backing from members of the government, including even the Jubilee House. Other than that, what is his status at the election observer mission? I mean, so let's be serious about it.
No, we are serious. Atta Mills Institute has not gained that credibility to warrant an invite for an election observer status?
Election observer status?
Yes.
What is their mission there?
So you think the countries that invited them?
I mean, they have never been invited by countries. These things are engineered by the state. We know. These things are engineered by the state. If you can ask any insider of this protocol arrangement. So I'm saying that he's been given too much attention.
One second. Former President Mahama has been to observe some of these elections. Was it engineered by the state?
I think, look, you need to look at the context. You are saying former President Mahama.
Yes. But you said that they are engineered by the state.
Yes. And I'm saying that you are saying former President Mahama.
Yes. On merit, right?
Not just
on merit as a former president.
Not just on merit as former president.
But what?
As a former president, he has that rapport with other states. You know that.
And you think Koku could not have built that with the Atta Mills Institute?
The context is different. I mean, what has he done with Atta Mills Institute? Seminars? Tell me. What has he done? What exactly has Koku Anyidoho done with Atta Mills Institute that, is so significant that we have not seen the CDDs, the Imanis and co done? It's safe to say that the name Atta Mills may be what could have drawn him anywhere. But I'm telling you that if you ask the insider, these are state engineers.
But it's exactly the point you just admitted, that the name Atta Mills carries weight, and so that can form the basis for an invite.
Yeah, but I mean, so if you just mention Atta Mills and anybody can invite you, and I'm telling you on, let me not say authority, what I know, that these are engineered by the state.
All right.
So if you were telling me that that Atta Mills Institute has done so and so to warrant them being invited, it is not. That is not the case. And let me come back to the issue that the majority in Parliament, at the time that we are in so difficulty, the government is facing so much difficulty with every aspect of governance. If you go to the constituency, there's so much, hue and cry about, governance issues. And the leadership led by Anodompre will go and orchestrate such a frivolous bill in Parliament. It's like, and then you are asking people to empathize with you, to try and go along with government in asking for things to be done. It's difficult because it looks like this is the work of a redundant person, someone who doesn't have anything to do. That's the person who will go after this kind of bills. We are talking about e-levy. Everybody is concerned. Government want e-levy to be passed so that they can bring the economy back on track. And this is what you are following. the death of Professor Amos? What about the parliamentarian, revered parliamentarian JB, who died? He was killed, and which matter is still under investigation for so many years. He was murdered, and you are an MP. You should not be concerned about what killed him, and you are talking about how Atamos died. It's insane, honestly.
Well, you be full listening to man pay now so for me na bridge media no so your number no is 0244 885140 0244 885140 and 0549508687 0549508687 but you offer me na obodi maybe I offer free na you know edi enkomo 0244 885140 0549508687. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sammy.
Yes, sir. Pacho, you baby after
Mike and Eklabo.
Yo, Yanko Mike.
Pacho, only GTI to TR in Casano. Or can be said, I say, government agree say about two fairness, and yes, sir.
Yes, sort of.
But maybe sana me person obisa papa ne say ono so twika ne bia na so no de just okasama DPRT for the pay because some say me got taxi first na me to fuel 80 cedis the whole day me the ejuma epon and then me to fuel 150 cedis and nkura mpo me ejuma empon na yes e person to ade no we see government ye train government na government okwa to fuel no so no nim say baby say say to so na man to so every day you abekwa do pump ni atu ade so you be to ade no say check government on not of any man on just as 7 o'clock no ni mo bufu kura won ko fu mo okro on just as 7 o'clock
medose
na black on be gas dem ni kura radio no so
Martin Mark medose no pay so frame e badge medino so 0244 885140. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Sammy.
Yes, sir.
From the United States of Kisama.
But we go.
Sammy, sir, for us, and Sammy Kusha, salaries are not being increased. Salaries are not being increased, but things are going up. Now, government, no, this governments are suffering. Like Niamini and other countries say, no. Sammy says, first we got to 400 Ghana cedis, which means the year rounds. They say, "Oh, got 150 kura." Sami ubonwa ako. No need more. We don't know. Every day we work off station. Yeah. Just so. And then this government will come to power and use fuel for campaigning. You do so who say enter government? Enter government for what? Meanwhile, somebody says this is in Nigeria. Taking Kano. So almost more Obi wa you trying to 500 Ghana cedi 800 Ghana cedi a month. Now, who's trying to TNT or the copper? Sami, you do understand? It's government so look, the government transport they should wake up. GPS, I don't know. They are not serious.
Mati, mini amedo asana pay say offer na ba Jumedino so. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Tida.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are fairly easy. Okasafi Kabora Lodge.
Yes, sir.
So I don't see. As for GPIC from the money as in the aka. More power money to your friends transport the idea there. But I see a friend will be fair set at the driver or company the way almost bread of wet home. And so for the careful 30 cedis friends gallon of 40 cedis careful. Abandon to because now don't just you live. Oh, you say one of our business can be bring. But the most serious they know say about your friend say, oh, say Ghana can serious country, so go and repeat you. And Sammy,
oh, say Ghana there.
A serious country, I got to go and repeat you. So what is not what you know? It is always a harm. Parents are most in the Bauka say, you can't be a no what time is kitchen. You got to do what it will be kitchen. I said, because only move an inch.
anamwa e ka so di obi kitchen o move an inch it is senior on we dina so asema etwem ebusuafo eyo mo di chef class sa so me jai kam and they are ti a wagata wo certify say wo da kunye because now ti bi kunye wo da kunye wa sa we nya issue da wa study parliamentarians ya to abaje amamo omun nyam ejuma na obi for 10 years obi ewu a wo and na ya dia ye wu ba na I know na e kama sare sa o mo ya ye serious because ya chiritin because na say our information be yan chino no be card ya onu oni na wa sai wo na odi na ma odi campaign media mo so mu no
Medo sana pesa friend aba jumedi no eso ye wo 5 minutes na ye jumedi no aba ewiye ofre 0244885140 ye nobody enkomo na afi ya sorry so hello good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes sir.
Good morning.
Yes sir.
Me pacho me pasa me contribute to show you Dakar.
Pacho udini baby afrefi.
Me pacho me di Emmanuel me kasa fi soga kope.
Imanko.
Aha. Me pacho na asamba kwa meka na asem pe am pese mbisa se. Me pese di bisa party ya wati akonya sisi ase. Ye to abama na se. Omehwe enye Ghana yi anase ye to abama na se wo meye Ghana mpese mu. Waje amamu na to ho. And why you kakra was in tension, kakra was in tension. I mean, if you answer a corner, and I said, give me that say, only I mean, you.
Medo sana pesa also friend aba jumedi no eso anapay 0244885140 0549508687 also betimi afre your final caller and your final. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes sir, pacho odi ni baby afre chief.
If me question free is one.
Question ko.
Pacho concerning UTAC. Question I am a person in the Sunday. I mean I am in my test message say so we yes I ube so kagana for asema wa kuma wa ube yare. The question I am a person in the Sunday say National Labour Commission, were they not there when this whole thing started from 2013 up to now? My children are Winneba, first and second years. I have paid everything, but I'm less concerned. I was once a teacher. Yeah. They should not go to the classroom until the government settled them. Because they also have children. They have wives. They hospital. They go to the same market that the politicians go. And is it case to be a lecturer or a teacher? Why? And then Labour Commission, instead of you to referee, as a referee, two teams are playing football. Instead of you to settle the case, you take one part to court. Why? Is that what they are to do?
Right.
In fact, we are tired of them.
All right, Chief. Medo sana pesa ofre na onimi edi enkomo. Aha, ene bebe me kwan ama EDC. Member studio na menje wrap up comments and free Dave and Sammy Dave final comments.
Sammy, I think say me kasa kakrafa Labour Union, ASEMI, Labour Commission. I think say they need to be an impartial arbitrators as they ought to be, because at this time and so they need to when they are addressing some of these issues, they need to look at things objectively. Of course, there are laws that are in our books that they must apply, but at this time, say come the microphone now side now, it can be problematic. They should watch the body language, the issues going on very well, and try to be impartial and gauge the public's mood before taking some of these decisions, because it becomes counterproductive when you take a decision like this and it is seen as biased and will not be implemented.
All right. Sorry.
Back to Asemia Amamibo Etiano Pay. Kaminya yanka Professor Mills Ebusian for Omumeka Asemi Hubi. Na se bisa ese hui etu entwa. Enyema ha Ghana for no bibre. Ebi ni se anopei ye discuss transport fares ebeko up by 30%.
So no paying an say 20% and our market could draw.
Sami? 20% no. In real terms, that's in figures no. A idea ebe breaki enkofo ebotom. Inti me dream say eniyema say na nkofo a yaso ma kotena parliament as our representatives no. These are the matters are and can say it take on my attention. No more sensitive to young, but etobia osha. Those who are governing and those being governed no. Enquire a diami no yentem no. Eye bebre. Near higher no. Asenye no ne how. Because anka dear higher any dear ha me ne wumi no ayeti hey pa bi na ha MPs we are. Anka nye Professor Mills wo ho asem na ombe ku na parliament. Asuma o se ku gina manem e parliament na ko hyemra e mamia. Ne suma wo no ne wotimi ko kan ye. Ene say yen hwehwe na enkosi sen. E de din ne be brain. What do they suspect? They should give us hints. I say information omonyani after 10 years. These are the new dimensions omehu intina omo calling for sa inquest way. But senye sadia they should stop wasting their own time and stop wasting the time of Ghanaians. Yenya break a commodity nipa. People are thinking about bread and butter issues. And yes, yenko hwehwe Professor Musu. The end of the brain.
All right. But also na pay some and Dave say your 2 years from one up mekan ho you did jumadi ebre adofo. Your best story so na pay your story so you did very nice telenovela and you did bro ETV. Not happy for me so bring ya any team no o maso muche.